All right, good morning, America. Good morning. It's a great Saturday morning. It's cold here. I want to say it's about 22 degrees outside. It's almost as cold as the jail cells that the Democrat Party in Minneapolis should probably be in. Let me know how the audio is. We had a little glitch in the matrix yesterday, that red pill, blue pill kind of thing, but we're going to get it fixed. So there you go. But I really appreciate you tuning in this morning. We got a lot to talk about. I am going to let you see something that I found that should explain a lot. And on this show, the media will tell you what happened, right? They won't tell you why it happened. They won't tell you who's lying or what it really means for this country. I'm Ben Dykes. I spent 20 years in the Navy, a lot of it on submarines, underwater, that kind of thing. There's no room for BS down there. Bad decisions get people killed. Bad decisions in America are going to do the same thing. And spin, the way the news media does it, doesn't keep you alive. This is the veteran national security brief the corporate media won't give you. This morning, we're cutting through the narrative, calling out the hypocrisy because I love to see it, and talking about the America they're trying to rewrite in real time. This guy is a literal fighter. They cannot shut up the Chuck. The Chuck is real. Let's go to Chuck right here.
Why are you a conservative, sir?
Well, I used to be a Democrat, but unfortunately the Democrats went too far to the left, and the Republicans moved into their position that the Democrats were 40 years ago. See, and so what the Democrats believed 40 years ago, the Republicans believe today. And so I realized that I had to go to a Republican because the Democrats just got too far off the trail. They just got completely off the trail and lost all reality of what America stood for. And so I realized that Republicans at this point in time are more focused on what is best for America than what the Democrats are.
Right now, I believe we're seeing a binary choice. You see Chuck Norris there. I think he's 1,000% right. What we're seeing, I know a lot of people that are in the chat that used to be Democrats. They used to. I'm sure of it. And for years, I've been trying to understand or figure out with my common sense redneck brain the different angles. And it just doesn't make sense of what liberals want, because they never really come out and say specifically, we want this. And if you leave liberals alone, people will not live the way, or if you leave people alone, they will not live the way that liberals want them to live. You don't have to build walls to keep people inside of countries that are conservative, that are moral, that are, free. You have to build walls to keep the crazies from infiltrating them. You build walls to keep people from escaping as well. Soviet Union, China, Cuba. Those are liberal projects. Call them communist, socialist, whatever you want. It's the same instinct, control. You're seeing it in Minneapolis. You're seeing it on the streets of everywhere else in America. Right? I mean, it's so clear. And it's weird to see Chuck Norris, one of the first, but not the first. There's a lot. There's a lot of conservatives in Hollywood that are starting to wake up. Okay? They step outside of their approved beliefs. They say something outside of their norms. And it's interesting to see this happening in real time. I find it interesting. Now, right now, Saturday morning, the Democrat Party is going to wake up And it's almost like they wake up and they're like, what else can I be angry about? What else can I be outraged about? What else can I be offended by? Okay. The Republican Party, I believe, is on the ropes as well. I don't believe the Republican Party is relevant anymore. I don't. I believe there is a MAGA party and there's the Democrat Party. So there was some guy named like Cat Poop or Cat Crap. It's not Cat Turd. It's somebody trying to be similar to that made some video calling me out because I didn't support libertarians. I like some libertarian beliefs, but a lot of them are wackadoodle. Libertarian Party lost me when they had the fat redheaded guy take off all his clothes at their convention. Go see that if you need to vomit, okay? So libertarians lost me. Lost me a long time ago. Let's see some moral outrage here. Smash the like and subscribe button. Let me know how the audio is. Is the audio better today than it was yesterday? I tried to tweak it. I had Fred working overnight on the switchboards, so he should have gotten it correct. He should have gotten it nailed down. Not Cat Turd. I like Cat Turd. Cat Turd is an ally. I'll find this guy. It's somebody. Oh, it's White Cat. White Cat is who came at me. I might show it. If y'all want to see that at the end of the show, I've got something very special planned for the end of the show. I'll say that. Let's get into this. Let's see some moral outrage right here. And this is not Scott Pressler. Do me a favor, if you didn't know it, Chapter, longtime sponsor on the channel. I got an email from Joe, one of the subscribers on the channel. Joe and his wife just saved $1,400 with a 5-minute phone call. It was free. Give them a call. I partner with them because I like what they're doing. If you just want some advice on if you're getting the best plan for your Medicare plan, just give them a call. 5x5 from Ecuador. Damn, if anybody else has bad audio, I'm gonna say you're lying, because in Ecuador they've got it.
Person familiar tells me that Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and the Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey are both being investigated by the Justice Department. And a grand jury has issued subpoenas for both of them, though it doesn't appear that either have been served yet. What we do know tonight as we come on the air is that the Justice Department investigation centers on possible obstruction of federal law enforcement. Both the FBI Director Kash Patel and the Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche were in Minneapolis today. And just a short time ago, Todd Blanche was on Fox News explaining, or attempting to explain, why the Justice Department is taking this action.
When the governor or the mayor threaten our officers, when the mayor suggests that he's encouraging citizens to call 911 when they see ICE officers, that is very close to a federal crime.
So he's telling citizens to call 911 whenever they see, hey, what's up, White Cat? White Cat, you're welcome to call in. I would love to get you on the show to discuss some of your libertarian beliefs. I'd love to. You are more than welcome. I saw your clip. Thank you. You don't have the political IQ to debate me. I will make a fool out of you. Thank you, White Cat. Take off the mask. How about that one? Thank you very much, White Cat. I appreciate you chiming in. Thank you for watching this morning. And I'm sure a lot of people in the chat would love to get your opinion. I'd love to get your opinion. What you're seeing in Minnesota is the governor and the mayor are telling people to call 911 when they see ICE. That, in a way, is painting law enforcement as criminals. That's just the way it is. But at the same time, when federal law enforcement called 911 for help, they refused to respond. They refused to respond. Your video playback audio is weak. Your audio is 5x5. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. But I'd love to get your take on this. If they are being targeted, I love the word targeted that the news media likes to use. If they're being targeted by the Department of Justice. I'm okay with that. I want the Department of Justice to have more targets. Ben, Fred and Daisy to the rescue. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's 19, 22 degrees, something like that here. It's cold. It's very cold. They're on the couch. They're on the couch. So don't worry about them. And Fred does have a jacket on. I want to show you something here, and you guys can go follow me on X. If you noticed, I started a goal to help some vets get some guitars, veteran guitars for vets, right? And I had someone reach out to me and actually stop by. I met up with them yesterday, and they donated this baby or big baby Taylor guitar string. They just had it new strings put on it, everything. So I'm looking to find a veteran to donate this to send this to. So if you're a veteran in the chat, please post your branch of service. If this is something you might be interested in, let me know. It was donated to me. I'm going to pass it on. I've got a couple of good guitars. I would love to help somebody. I would love that guitar to make it to someone that could use it. I would love to have that happen. All right. Love to make that happen. We're trying to pay it forward some here. Pay it forward. This is a good look. I feel like a great look here.
And look, based on their public statements, it's pretty clear that, and based on the statements of officials at DOJ, it's pretty clear there is concern that these two guys have used their positions and their public statements to try to obstruct the execution of federal laws. Now, whether that rises to a crime, I don't know.
Can you give me an example?
Yeah, where's that clarity?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think they've both made numerous public statements that have made it perfectly clear that they do not want federal laws to be enforced in Minnesota, and that they flatly said they don't want ICE there enforcing federal immigration laws. They both said that. They have literally both said, ICE, leave Minnesota. In fact, Tim Walz said we're on the third day of Gettysburg at one point.
He did not say that either. Okay, sorry, but he didn't say that. Jacob Frey has said,
when things looked really bleak, it was Minnesota's first that held that line for the nation on that July 3rd, 1863. And I think now we may be in that moment.
To be clear, he is referring to a Minnesota regiment during the Battle of Gettysburg. Hyperbole is one thing, but this makes things far, far more dangerous.
You like that? You like that? I love it whenever they fact check them in real time. Scott Jennings, News Nation, real time fact checking. I put a link there in the chat if you want to get involved. There is a link you can sign up and get involved in the Guitars for Vets. Want to say a big shout out and thank you to Tommy. Connected me with Sweetwater Guitars, somebody that he is infinitely familiar with there. But this whole thing with Minnesota is going to get a little uglier. Let's just do a little poll in the chat to see how it goes here. Trump set the trap, they fell for it. Yes? No. ICE protests are illegal. Some people think ICE protests are legal. I think if you protest peacefully, you are absolutely legal to do so. I support the right to your protest. Once you cross the line of becoming violent, then things are going to get bad for your health. And if you go to prison, probably bad for your butthole. Probably bad for the butthole. Your prison pocket is about to get expanded. Let's go here. Did Walz, I can't even spell his name, Walz and Frey incite violence? Just a yes or no in the chat. Let me know. Iran has a great way of dealing with protesters. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, Gooch. You're great. Gooch is on fire. Nathan, flea collar for White Cat, $2. Thank you. Breaking the seal on the supers today.
Amen.
Boom shakalaka.
Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And for the guitars, El Kabong would approve. Yeah, this Taylor, this big baby Taylor case, new strings, some picks, a tuner, a capo, and even a little chord book that this guy donated. Does not want his name to be revealed. So in honor of, or in appreciation of him, I will not reveal him unless he does want to. He's welcome to come on the show and talk about it.
This is a Fox News alert. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey are under federal investigation by the Department of Justice for obstructing ICE operations. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche said this.
When the governor or the mayor threaten our officers, when the mayor suggests that he's encouraging citizens to call 911 when they see ICE officers, that is very close to a federal crime. You cannot do that. If you impede the work we're doing.
I think random yank, once you're paid for it, you're no longer a protester. You're now an activist. Great point. Great point. Because then you're a paid shill. Some people would like to use the term employee. You're a paid employee of whoever is, moving the money around. And right now, we've already seen, we talked about this yesterday, Kash Patel, the director of the FBI, and the new deputy director of the FBI are moving into Minnesota to follow the money. Any protest requires a permit. George, thank you, George. I think George is out in California. Comistan, I think, is where George is at. Interesting. I don't know if you guys want to see this yet. I got a very interesting package in the mail yesterday. If you want to see what I got in the mail, let me know, yes or no, in the chat. But I got a package in the mail yesterday that I'm going to be using today. I'm taking my old pickup truck. We got to go to the feed store. Me and Fred are headed to the feed store here in a little bit. And I'm going to be jamming. I will just say that I'm going to be jamming. Okay. Let's keep the show rolling, and let me know if you do. Gooch, when I saw this, Gooch, I thought of multiple people when I saw this clip. Someone sent this to me. And when I saw it, I thought of the people in my chat. Okay? If this is you, let me know. Do you got a block warmer for the Ford? That's a very good idea. I need to get a block warmer for the Ford. Great idea. That's a great idea. I do have it parked in the garage. I don't know if that, I'm sure we got some experts here.
Hey, I just want to let you know, if you wanted to invade our country and you were thinking about taking it over, I'm hanging 20 foot up in a tree right now with a bow. And my brother's like 250 yards that way doing the same thing just for fun. And there's like 50 million others that do the same thing just for fun. They take off work to do this. So I would do it if I were you.
Would you invade America when you've got a guy in a tree with his hat on backwards with a bow? His brother is, I think he said 250 yards that away. Would you mess around and do that? Right? I thought of so many people in the chat. I live in Arkansas. We call 811. A lot of people here have pigs. A lot of people have pigs here. Let me show you what I got here. A lot of people wanted to see this. Behind every blade of grass. Yeah. Look at this. Let me just go ahead and bust this out. And I want to say thank you to Lisa in St. Charles, Missouri. St. Charles, Missouri. Lisa. Here we go. Look at that. 8-track George Jones. Little George Jones 8-track. Love it. What do we got here? Who is this? I can't even see this one. Oh, Oak Ridge Boys. Oak Ridge Boys. What about this? Little Merle Little Merle Haggard, Big City. This is George Jones, I Am What I Am. Right? What about this one? Johnny Cash, Greatest Hits. Johnny Cash, Greatest Hits. You want to see the other one? Little John Denver, Country Roads, which is where we'll be in the old Ford today. Country roads, take me home. I like Dusty Rhodes, the wrestler. But back to the point of this guy in the tree. I think he's so right. I don't think you want to mess around with some rednecks. And I believe once the rednecks are deployed, when you deploy the hunters, when you deploy the rednecks, game over. Sean Hannity, I've always liked Hannity a little. I lost faith in Hannity for a while. He took this clown to the woodshed.
Stand or not? Did you stand to honor those families?
I did not stand
You
because
sit?
the president.
You sat on your ass.
I was just sick
So
of
you
the
sat-
president.
So I want to be clear.
did not.
You sat on your ass, and you wouldn't stand for families that lost children. A 12-year-old girl raped and murdered, and you couldn't stand for them because you were playing politics. Is that right? I want this audience
Look, I
to know.
would not stand for this president. I would not stand for this president. He was
You
lying.
weren't standing
he was
for
boasting.
them. You were standing for the families that lost little girls that were murdered by the illegal immigrants that you want to remain in the country. Is that true or false?
Look, this president was using a tragedy.
I'm not talking
such as
about it.
Riley's death.
What about those families? Have you ever picked up a phone? Because there are thousands of Americans that have been murdered and raped and victims of violence.
Hannity went off. I don't know how this guy got elected, but I believe he's in Minnesota as well. Bad rugs are, yeah, that's expensive freaking hairpiece right there. Hannity went off on this guy. I'm going to give Hannity a
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shagalaka.
I want Hannity to stay like that. That's the Hannity I want. I want Hannity. Man, I got to sneeze so bad. Let's play this clip while I sneeze. I've really got to sneeze right now.
They're still lying about the story.
When she called this 37-year-old mother of three who was driving that car a domestic terrorist, that really was outrageous.
We say it was an act of domestic terrorism. In no way is that outrageous. What we saw on the ground there, she had been stalking and harassing law enforcement throughout the morning, and then she went on to use her car as a deadly weapon.
She was driving by after dropping off her little 6-year-old boy
That's
at
just
school.
simply not true.
Is Blitzer stupid? I met Blitzer, I think, and he was all right. But come on, Wolf. You know she wasn't just driving by randomly after drop-off. She was a hardcore ice watcher who'd been trained to block raids. With a case of TDS so nasty, she fled to Canada after Trump won. Is Blitzer that bad at his job that he still doesn't know this? Or is he lying to the audience? They're still lying about the story.
When she called this 37-year-old mother of three who was driving that.
I don't know how the news media can still run with this narrative. Remember what I told you? We cut through their garbage. We cut through their hypocrisy. We cut through some of this faux outrage. Right? It's faux outrage. Super chat from Hank. Thank you, Hank. Super chat from Trevor, $20. Amen. There we go, Trevor. Thank you so much.
Hallelujah. And boom shagalaka.
Thank you, Trevor. $10 from Brian for the guitars.
How dare you?
How dare you? Thank you very much. $5 and above, you're going to get a how dare you. 20 and above, you'll get a boom shakalaka. Colleen.
How dare you?
How dare you support the channel? Susan, how dare you?
How dare you?
$20 from Shelly. Chuck Norris switched to the Republican Party in 2014. My husband and I still have baby boomer friends that support the Democrat Party. Eyes to see and ears to hear. These diehard Democrats are not helping us.
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
I agree with that. You want to see something interesting? Minneapolis police chief, you can't make this up. The Minneapolis police chief states 24 of his police officers have resigned. 18 of them are now working for ICE. That's amazing to see. This guy. I love this high. I love it. Audio way too high, but what do I know? Yeah, you don't know anything. You don't know anything. There you go. I love to see CNN getting ratioed, and then we see something like this happen. This gives me a little hope for law enforcement in Minneapolis. Not much, but a little. Here, I want to show you this. I think this is a good one as well. I think you'll like this. Here we go.
Of life and injury is not done.
No, that is actually on you. And what happened to that young lady is also on you and all of your Democrat colleagues. Because if you guys were not out here lying to people, gaslighting and manipulating your supporters and your voters that ICE is the Gestapo, ICE is Nazi and they're out there invading your neighborhoods, that ICE is racist and they're terrorists, all of these nonsense, all of this nonsense was said by Democrat, which caused their voters to mobilize and turn them into activists and protest at every single turn that ICE agents were at. You literally started your speech by telling ICE to get the F out of your neighborhoods. That's the rhetoric. That's exactly what caused for this woman to go out there and believe that ICE should not be in her neighborhood. But here's the thing. The reason that ICE is in the neighborhoods are also your fault, because they're in these sanctuary cities because you guys failed to cooperate with federal agents. So now ICE has to go out there and do these raids that you won't allow them to do. And if Democrats and the mainstream media wasn't out there demonizing ICE agents at every single opportunity that they got, then people would not have any reason to go out there and protest and get in the way and actually commit a crime. They're actually committing a crime. You're obstructing justice at that point. And so
he's right. Ladies in the chat. I know we've got a lot of ladies in the chat. Do you feel safe going into these cities alone? Hell, there's probably some men that don't feel safe. Super chat from K Bexon, S-E-K. Is that Swedish? Is that the kroner? I don't know what that is. SEK. 50 SEK. Appreciate it. Whatever that is, I will use it to help some vets. Thank you for the SEK. I don't even know what an SEK is.
How dare you?
Thank you. SEK. Super chat from Montana. I'm 100 point. Really been 100%, but really been wanting a guitar if that Taylor's available. I appreciate your channel. Montana Coasty. Email me. We may very well be putting a connection together. I see a couple other emails that have popped in. And sign up on the newsletter, Smoking Guns. My opinion is about 10% or less are the paid organizers, instigators. 15% genuine protesters. 25% liberals with TDS who will protest anything. 50% are people with phones looking for viral clips.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
Think of the children, Smoking Guns. Great comment. I think you're right. You go viral on TikTok, you make a couple $100, right? Super chat from Tom. Thank you, Tom. Denise Voorhees, married to Jason Voorhees. Super chat from Tom, $5. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that. Veterans Helping Veterans rocks. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Think of the children. Won't somebody please think of the children?
Just keep thinking of the children. $20 from Denise. What are we going to do with all these people protesting? They are so far gone. Could they ever be productive members of society? What about the ones sitting home we don't see? How do they integrate into society? Was Hillary right? We should send them to be to these reprogramming camps That's what Hillary said. Hillary said we should send them to get reprogrammed. Why not, right? Man, he's staying around. You clearly don't know what a libertarian is. You must think we're some sort of crazy leftist. Libertarian Party was started by anarchist and Barry Goldwater supporters. Look it up. Feel free to look that up. Okay. White Cat, if you don't call in, you're a coward after talking your trash. Take out the trash, right? Take out the trash. Pooping in the box. Putting the mask on. Keeping the mask on. Hiding the face. You got to like it when people hide their face. They hide behind a keyboard. They typically hide their face. They it's an odd look. I'll just say that's an odd look. Do me a favor. I got my buddy Jay. He started his own coffee company. Jay started his own coffee company. Green Beret level 3 coffee right there. You want to get some coffee? That's what I'm drinking this morning in my Rush Limbaugh approved cup. I miss Scott Adams. Every time I take a pull on a cup of coffee watching or doing live streams, I remember Coffee with Scott. Coffee with Scott. Scott Adams, legend. Very big shadow, cast a large shadow. Denise brings up a great point. What are we going to do? How do we recapture? Maybe not capture. Maybe capture is a bad word. How do we get some of the people that are protesting to wake up? I believe they just need to wake up to a little dose of reality. I think pepper spray helps with reality. I think prison time helps with reality. Where's my glasses? There we go. Just scan that with your phone. You'll be fine. I believe that helps with reality. But Denise, you bring up a great point. I don't know how we reconnect with those people. And I saw somebody said they had to block their sister-in-law. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club, okay? Blocking the sister-in-law, got one, school teacher. That should say everything. That should explain it all. Radical wacky. We got into an argument whenever I had shown them about the kids that are pretending to be furries, pooping in boxes. School teacher said it never happened, showed them the article. Never been the same. But they're really friendly whenever when they need something. They're really friendly when they need something. King Doe, know your enemy. Great comment. They're communists with lisp and drug addicts with face tattoos.
No, stop. Think of the children.
Think of the children. You're probably not wrong with that one either. Let me show you this. I've got a couple of things I want to show you here. This is a Minnesota school teacher. Let me just play this. We went into the school. I'll say this. This is my opinion only. The United States is the only country that allows our enemy to teach our kids. We allow our enemy to educate our children. We allow our enemy to educate the people that we hope can be better than us. We allow school teachers, we allow our enemy to teach, to indoctrinate. It's not just school teachers, it's universities, it's the whole damn system. It's the whole system. You love the glasses.
What's your name?
Meredith.
Meredith? And you're a teacher, right?
I am.
So it's school hours. What brought you out now?
This is a neighborhood I've lived in for like 15 years. I currently live in a different part of South Minneapolis, but Powderhorn's a place that's near and dear to my heart. I got a lot of friends that live in this neighborhood, and I just wanted to make sure they were okay. So this is my prep period, and so I asked my principal if I could head out and make sure that my people were okay, and she said I could. And so I just wanted to make sure that the people that I care about are okay.
So I kind of overheard you saying something about the students. How are your students handling what's going on right now?
Oh, our attendance rates have have totally decreased with our Latino students and even with some of our Somali students. Like a lot of our students are not coming to school. We just had to make new changes with what we're going to do for parent-teacher conferences because we're worried the parents won't come. Because why would you come to parent-teacher conferences if you're worried you're going to get picked up by ICE? And
that tells everything. That says everything to me. If illegals won't come to parent-student-teacher conferences, it tells me they've got too many illegals at that school. If the kids won't come, that tells me they've got too many illegals at the school. I'll be damned. Why would you dare focus on the kids or the parents that are here illegally? Why would you care about the actual citizens that their taxes are paying this woman's salary? Why would you care about people that are here legally? Right? Wow.
And I just think that's criminal because, like, you should, if we need to have conversations with parents about their kids to help them graduate, you know, and I can't teach kids if they aren't here. You know, it's like,
it'd be hard to teach the kids if they don't speak English. It would be hard. Dixie Dogs, you bring up a great comment. It would be hard to talk to the parents if they don't speak English.
that's a whole part of my job. And so I just feel like really frustrated because we finally got kids' attendance back up since COVID. And now all this ICE rating is actually ruining the attendance rates that we finally got back up again. And so it's really making it hard to do our jobs and to teach people. And so I'm just really frustrated because, you know, teaching people and getting people an education is supposed to be something that's a right. And it's not making it.
Education's a right? Is that in the Bill of Rights? Bill of Rights. Where is education at in the Bill of Rights? I can't find that one. Is education in the Constitution? I can't find that one either. I can't find education in the Bill of Rights.
Right.
Thank you.
You bet.
And you know what's really funny? It's probably something you should seek in your own country. Who comes to America and demands an education? I'm here. I want an education. I want an education, baby. That's wow. I didn't have that one on my bingo card. I did not have that on my bingo card. That's a weird look right there. Very strange for something like that to go down with an actual teacher. Remember, we're allowing the enemy to teach our kids. We are allowing the enemy to teach our kids. Let me see if I can bring this up. Somebody just brought this up, and I want to talk about this. Okay. Do you believe should federal agents, should ICE agents be able to defend themselves? Is that something that you think? Let's do this. Should ICE agents be able to defend themselves or federal property? Yes or no in the chat. Let me know. Okay? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Should ICE agents be able to defend themselves? Let's talk a little bit about reality and what somebody's reality's jacked up right now. Okay? Somebody has a weird sense of reality in America right now. Look at this. This is disgusting.
come on the air tonight. Tensions high in Minnesota as the DOJ is now reportedly investigating state and local leaders for alleged obstruction of law enforcement as protests persist. Let's go straight to Ryan Smith at the live desk with the developing news out of the Twin Cities tonight, Ryan.
Yeah, Dee Dee, this right here, what we're seeing, this is outside the Whipple Federal Building just near Minneapolis. And this right here has become the official ground zero, really, for those ongoing clashes we've been watching unfold all week long between protesters and federal agents. Now, late tonight, a federal judge just ruled that federal officers cannot detain or use tear gas like we see that they're using right here on.
A judge ruled that federal officers cannot detain or use tear gas on, quote, peaceful protesters. You heard this correctly.
Federal officers cannot detain or use tear gas like we see that they're using right here on peaceful protesters. And with more of these demonstrations planned throughout the weekend, local and state officials are now urging calm.
While peaceful expression is protected, any actions that harm people, destroy property, or jeopardize public safety will not be tolerated.
Now, today, the governor mobilizing a portion of the National Guard, he says, to support local law enforcement and emergency management agencies, and multiple reports just out tonight stating that the DOJ is now investigating Governor Tim Walz and many.
Can you believe that one of these radical, wacky federal judges is preventing law enforcement from actually defending themselves? I'm stunned. I am actually stunned that this is happening. Look here. Let's go right here. Of course, CNN's going to report on this. Of course they will. CNN, judge restricts federal response to Minnesota protest. Immigration agents carrying out sweeping operation can't deploy certain crowd control measures. This is I believe we've bounced around the term color revolution. Good is bad, bad is good. Criminals are good, law enforcement is bad. Christianity, bad. Satanism, good. Minor attracted people, good. Are you starting to see the flip? The media will tell you why or what happened. They won't tell you why. They won't tell you who's lying and what it means for this country. This sets an absolute precedence. Now, I believe President Trump has no choice. He has been painted into a proverbial corner to protect federal ICE agents. Define peaceful. Ben Dykes, Corn Pop loves you. Thank you, Corn Pop. I think you're a wacko, but thank you. Absolutely nothing peaceful about these protests. Why doesn't Walz call in the National Guard? They don't want peace. They rely on chaos. The Democrat Party relies on chaos. People hiding behind their masks rely on chaos. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah. They rely on chaos. People completely hide their faces, and here, this explains it very clearly. I can see that clearly now. The rain is gone. I forget who sang that song. Somebody in the chat will know. Here we go. White Cat, this is dedicated to you.
Create the environment and then you complain about the consequences. When you kick over a beehive, don't complain when the bees come after you.
Every single one of
when
those
you poke a
people
bear,
is not,
don't
you
say,
also,
I can't believe the bear's chasing me.
You have a right to stand there and yell at
That's not what we were talking about. We are talking about you guys are deliberately creating an environment so that there is chaos. And when there is chaos,
you don't think
you go,
ICE
oh my God, someone gets hurt. What do you expect in chaos?
You don't think that they're trying to create chaos?
Yes.
What they're the ICE officers.
These organizations desire chaos.
Going in and
how naive are you?
And it wouldn't be you wouldn't have this chaos.
Create the environment and then you.
Do you think Gutfeld is right? I think they're right. I think that he is right. I believe we're seeing a little bit of a shift. We are seeing a little bit of a shift in Fox News. I believe we're seeing a little bit of a shift in Greg Gutfeld, Jesse Waters, Sean Hannity. Did you notice it? Because I noticed it. It's welcome. I am really, really welcoming this. I saw something. If I show you what I saw, I'll lose 300 subscribers if I show you what I found. You know what? I'm going to do this. If you join the channel as a member, I'm going to show you what I found. I found something very interesting. I'm going to share it with subscribers only, and I'm going to get, or members only in the Discord, to get an idea of what I found if I should go public with what I found. Because I believe I believe what I found is a bombshell. And I don't use that term lightly. I don't use that term lightly with this because there is a very popular YouTuber that has completely flipped. Completely flipped. Has now started supporting Midas Touch. And once you see it, you are going to, I've got to get an opinion on my members first. Join the channel as a member, get in the Discord. I am going to share it there, but I need to know. Here, I'm going to put it in the Discord right now and let you guys decide in the Discord if I should share this. Let me do this right now. Okay. Let me put it in the Discord right now. And you guys, if you're in the Discord right now, I want you to give me an idea of your opinion on what I just dropped in there. Very, very popular YouTuber. Very popular. It's in the Discord right now. Okay. And I'm going to put, should I share this? All right, there we go. Should I share it? Just let me know there in the chat on the Discord. Okay. There is an absolute purposeful movement to divide MAGA, to divide conservatives. Let me read you the comments right now coming in from my Discord people. Absolutely. Yes. Holy shit. Yes. Yes. Okay. We'll give it a little bit. We'll give it a little bit. This is nuclear. Chat, it's not Benny Johnson. It's not Benny. Benny seems to have gotten his pee-pee smacked and he's back on the MAGA train. Ben, if it's important to you, it's important to us. Share it for all of us to see. I will. End of the show, I'm sharing it. It's nuclear. It is going to change your opinion on someone because they are now supporting Midas freaking Touch. They're now supporting Midas freaking Touch. Chat, let me know what you think. Let's go here. Let's go here. To any, we already talked about that. USS Abraham Lincoln is headed to the Middle East. I love this. Let's kick Iran while they're down. I don't want troops on the ground, Eidolon, but it's not Bongino. It's not Tim Pool either. Check this out. Neil Johnson found this clip. So I'm going to give a big shout out to Neil, and he sent it to me and told me specifically, share this with your audience. Neil Johnson, Lumberjack Logic, good friend of mine.
Stephen Miller.
My former student.
What's that?
My former student.
I'm sorry, say again?
My former student.
The Stephen Miller in the Trump administration?
Yeah.
Did you want to say a little bit more about that before we listen to this clip?
He said that I asked him in 2003 what he wanted to be when he grew up. And he said, I want to be number 2 in the White House. And I said, oh, when do you want to achieve that? He says, in the next 15 years. I said, wow. Okay, well, who would be the president in 2003? And he said, Donald Trump, maybe.
What?
The guy is very smart.
Where was this?
And Duke is in Poli-Sci 122.
You had him at Duke?
Yeah. It's a true story.
You could have told, I do a lot of homework here, Hein. You could have told me this before the program. Yep. Wow, okay. There's no question he's a very smart guy.
And he has a long-term vision.
Was he a good student, by the way?
He was very good.
A very good student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like that? For those of you that don't know, Stephen Miller was I want to say he was a journalism major at Duke that actually defended the Duke lacrosse students that were wrongly accused by a streetwalker of, doing horrible and heinous things to her. Later lied. Thank you, Tom.
Think of the children.
Thank you, Tom. Think of the children. Absolutely. Super chat from Pepper Mom. Hold on.
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
Okay. Clear out the school system. The left has a stranglehold. Great song by Ted Nugent. One of my favorites. One of the best opening riffs ever. Super chat from Vincent. Ben, are the water cannons outlawed?
How dare you?
How dare you bring up water cannons on this show? We can't fix them. They are gone. $2 from there. $10 from Mercy. Ben, did you see where the middle school, high school students were bused to the protest?
How dare you?
Well, the enemy is teaching your kids. So sadly, that's exactly what happens when you allow the enemy to educate your children. That is what happens. I got word from Mike Lindell's personal assistant. Mike is fine. Mike is home. Mike is back on the road. There's a link in the chat. Somebody asked for that. MyPillow.com/veteran. 40% off Mike Lindell and MyPillow products. 40% off MyPillow products. Check them out. Great organization. I love Mike Lindell. Here's something for you. Trump has deported enough people from Minnesota for them to lose a congressional seat. I will repeat that in a Darth Vader voice. Donald Trump has already deported enough people from Minnesota for them to lose a congressional seat. If you think that Donald Trump, the Department of Justice, I know we're not seeing the arrest we want this quick or as quick as we want. Mike, thank you for the $10 for the guitars. But if you are deporting enough people to lose a congressional seat, for anyone that says that he's not doing or trying to do what he promised, you're a liar, you're ignoring it. Ronnie Millsap can see this. Stevie Wonder can see this. I forget the guitar guy, the blind guitar guy. Somebody will know. He played the steel guitar, blind steel guitar guy. Somebody will know his name. He could see this. And look who shared it. Tim Pool. Rookie numbers, but it's a good start. Yes, it is a good start. And I am happy. Some people are upset that I'm happy about what's happening. Some people really come into the chat and try to be so negative. They get so upset because I am Luke. I am your father. Yeah. Thank you. Some people really get upset when you're positive. My wife is the most positive outlook person on the planet. She finds the good in everyone. Everyone. I know, right, Ben? Are you retarded? Yeah, I'm retarded because I'm positive. Thank you. I love that. We're allowed to say retarded on this channel.
Left captures most of the attention. Progressives are preaching their battle cry of abolish or defund ICE. That could sidetrack Democrats from connecting with voters about affordability ahead of the midterms.
We don't have the power. If Republicans want to continue with the funding, they need to provide the votes for that without accountability.
Now, the House releases text of the DHS funding bill this weekend. The House could vote on the bill next week. Progressives are aiming to cancel money for ICE. Democrats also believe that President Trump is rattling sabers about Iran and Greenland to distract from kitchen table issues.
I don't think that Virginians or Americans are fooled and distracted about these core issues. I think they're wondering why.
Yeah. The audio on that clip is low. I can't help that. Can't help the audio on that clip. I tried. I couldn't do it on there. Okay. But what we're seeing right now is Donald Trump making chess moves while they're playing with themselves. I don't know what you want to call it. You know what? Let's do this. I think we are getting to that point. We are reaching the point where this guy has the most common sense in the Democrat Party. Absolutely the most logic. What does that say? Let me see. Good morning, sweetheart. Let me go ahead and text them. Good morning, sweetheart. Thank you. Let's see here. Highest paid and lowest performing are public education teachers. Okay. Good point. Let's go here. Let's fire up the machine. I come here for one thing. Expose liberals and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of bubble gum. Let's do it. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Feel free to give me a call. Let me know what you're thinking. Are you seeing a shift? Uncle Festerman is the sole light over there. You are probably correct.
Border, and it was skyrocketing, and it's like, that's unsustainable. When you reach almost 300,000 people, that's unsustainable. And we need to, as a Democrat, right, it shouldn't be unreasonable to want to.
Let's go here. Kick us off with a good phone call. Don't bring any garbage. Let's go, Kara. Beaumont, Texas.
Hey, y'all. So I'm believing that Walz and Frey and Ilhan Omar, that they're doing all this to protect themselves so they won't get arrested because of their crimes. You know what I mean? they're in their final death blow. And anyway, it is
Okay.
wonderful to watch. But
Thank you very
one more
much.
thing I was going to tell you. One
Make
more
it
thing I
quick.
was going to bring up. In Isaiah 45:47 is the King Cyrus, right? And then there's Trump 45:47 in his presidency. And then there's 47 years of oppression over in Iran. Now, I believe that when they finally get Iran free, then the rest of us will be free, too, from all these mosques and all this stuff. But
All right,
anyway,
Kara. Thank you very much. Appreciate you calling. I'm not into all the numerology and the Q connecting things, but I appreciate that. I appreciate it. There's a lot of people that aren't gonna, I appreciate the call. I do, but I am not that person. I can't connect that many things. Anna, Ben, I hope you like the 8 tracks I sent. I usually go by Lisa. Yeah, you sent them. Anna, thank you so much. Anna Walker. And $20. I'm going to put some gas. I'm going to put some gas in the Ford and listen to some 8 tracks. How about that? Kara, I appreciate you, but I can't go down that rabbit hole of connecting the dots and the Bible code and all that stuff. But I appreciate the passion. I do.
Secure our border and do it in that way. And now let's also talk about ICE.
Okay, let's go right here. Talk to me. Line 2. What you got, line 2?
Morning, Ben. Brian from Lima, Ohio. Hey,
all right, Brian.
Just a quick observation. You know how you've been talking about the water cannons?
Mm-hmm.
I got something better than a water cannon.
Okay.
What about crop dusters filled with liquid tear gas and the most potent pepper spray, and just drive them down fly them low over the city and just drop it?
Sounds great. It'll never happen, Brian. You know that as well as I do.
I know.
That is
we
a
can only
Hollywood
hope.
dream. Thank you for calling, Brian. Appreciate you. Oh, I love this comment. I love this one. Ben, you're so rude sometimes. If you're going to spell God, at least spell God right. If you're going to accuse me of being rude and ungodly, at least spell that. Ben, now you just need an 8-track tape player. I have an 8-track tape player in my truck. It came factory with an 8-track tape player. I will cut people off once the phone call starts getting into the territory of a little, I love Kara. She'll call back. Kara will call back all the time. But I can't go into the avenue of connecting this and connecting that and connecting this and connecting that. I don't have a call screener. I am the call screener. And I don't want to waste anybody else's valuable time.
100,000 people. That's unsustainable. And we need to, as a Democrat, It shouldn't be unreasonable to want to secure our border and do it in that way. And now let's also talk about ICE. Now, absolutely. Again, what happened in Minneapolis was absolutely tragic. And then now, if you think, now this is from the Washington Post. This is the latest statistics. These are people that ICE now are, it's like now, 67% have criminal charges, pending ones, or that. So that's more than 2/3, the people now.
2/3 of the protesters, your boy Roy. It's not rude, it's practical. Thank you, your boy Roy.
Roy, you're a genius.
Yeah, I can't allow people to just call in and drone and drone and drone. I would love to, I just don't have time. Ben and fellow patriots, check out Freedom. Robbie, I appreciate the super chat. I don't appreciate the advertisement for something that I don't know about. I appreciate the super chat. I don't appreciate the advertisement for something that could be made in China. So before you drop a super chat for a link or something like that, let me know so I can vet it. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's go here. Let's see here. White Cat, now's your chance. Legal door washer running from ICE. Let's go here. Line 2. What you got, line 2?
That was Jeff Healy, and he played a Stratocaster sitting down.
Stratocaster sitting down, Jeff Healy. I remember him in Roadhouse, in the movie Roadhouse.
He said the blonde guitar player played the steel guitar. That was a Fender Stratocaster he played.
Yep. Appreciate it. What else would you like to say? Where are you calling from? All right. Oh, here we go. Here. Man, he's still here. I love it. White Cat, you're welcome to call in. White Cat, feel free. Put on your mask before you call in. Hide your face before you call. Appreciate it. Let's go here. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Let's go to, if I join as your member, want to make sure this is not Patreon. Oh, there you go. Line 2, go right ahead, line 2.
Hello?
Yeah, line up. Audio in the background, immediate hang up. Shelly, if I join your member to make sure this is not Patreon, John Prepared Mind Channel, who is, okay, yeah, this is through YouTube. Thank you, Shelly. Appreciate you. If you've got audio in the background, that's an immediate slam of the phone. Line 2, go right ahead, line 2.
Yeah, Ben.
Yep.
Yeah, how about water trucks? You know, water, just spray them once, go in there and spray them, get them wet. They have to leave.
Well, the protesters are also, I'm going to hang up on you. You got audio in the background. The protesters are actually putting water down on the roads to make the ICE agents slip and fall. In Iraq, they used to let kids out in the playground to throw rocks at us on convoys. That's how the Middle East is. Not a coincidence. Whoa! Super chat from Anna. Appreciate that. Gooch, good comment. Good comment. Appreciate you. I didn't realize that. $20 from Tana Reese. Tana, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Let's go here. Line 2. Go right ahead, line 2.
Hey, good morning, sir. This is Jerry from Huntington.
Huntington, Jerry, welcome back to the show. Long time.
Well, I heard the scuttlebutt was that the agitators, the main agitators that are in Minnesota are getting picked off one by one. Arrested.
Really? Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that some of them need to be picked off much quicker than others. That's my theory.
I would agree with that. I've got one more thing, sir.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I'm still livid about the seditious six. You know, primarily that senator from Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was watching French TV today, and a retired lieutenant general was talking smack about the president and about policy, and he resides in Germany right now, but he's on international TV just dragging. These people need to get their heads handed to them.
It is profitable. It is profitable to crap on Trump. It is very profitable. You know it as good as I do, Jerry. Appreciate you calling, sir. Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you too. DB Noise. One of my favorite sayings is, those who say it cannot be done should never interrupt those that are doing it. DB, I'm very similar to you on this.
Great
comment.
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shagalaka.
DB Noise, my take on this is, if someone is messing up, why interrupt them? Why interrupt them? Thank you very much for the $50 super chat. We're about to hit our goal. I put a goal of 30 super chats. That's going to go to help some veterans. Hopefully, I've got this guitar right here that I'm going to be sending to a veteran. This is a Baby Taylor. Where is it? I can't. Let me see. This is a Baby Taylor that someone donated to my office, or I met them and they donated this Baby Taylor acoustic guitar. It's got a built-in tuner right there. Somebody donated that, and I'm going to make sure that that goes to a good home for a veteran. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Appreciate it. White Cat, now's your chance. Line 2, what you got?
Yes, I'm up here in Oregon. My name's Bobby.
Bobby in Oregon. Bobby, turn the audio down. I don't know how many times
I can say, turn the audio down in the background.
Ben, Whitewater, asking for your phone number. I don't know who Whitewater is. But my phone number is right there on the screen. Right there on the screen. Line 2, go right ahead. The heavy breathing does not turn me on.
Hey.
The heavy breathing does not turn me on. And I'm married. So there you go. Nah, he won't. Never happen. There is no libertarian in 2026. You are fooling yourself. All libertarian movements are led by socialists and Marxists. Democrat Party props up the libertarian movement. Line 2, go right ahead.
White Cat, hello. Why are you hanging up on me?
I didn't hang up on you.
You said the heavy breathing doesn't turn me on and hung up on me.
If you don't speak, I will hang up on you.
Well, maybe my phone didn't connect. It wasn't heavy breathing. I just called you, hung up on me. I know you don't want to. You just used Greg Gutfeld, a libertarian, to attack a libertarian, but you don't even know what a libertarian is.
Let me ask you this.
Greg Gutfeld's a libertarian, bro.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Do you know libertarians are right wing? Do you know I'm a Trump supporter? Do you know that I helped Trump get elected? Do you know who John McAfee is? Do you know who Ron Paul is? I don't know where you're coming off that libertarians are anarchists. You believe leftist lies?
Let me ask you this. Is Rand Paul a libertarian?
Rand Paul, Thomas Massey are part of the Libertarian Caucus in the Republican Party. Rand
Why?
Paul's dad is Ron Paul, the god of libertarianism. Are those Democrats? Are those leftists?
Let me ask you this. Honest question.
Okay.
Why does Rand Paul and Thomas
I don't agree with everything on Rand
Hold
Paul,
on.
but I'm going to
You didn't let me finish my question.
MAGA?
You didn't let me
Okay.
finish my question. This is
Go
my
ahead.
show. This is my show. You didn't let me finish my question. Why? I'll be as respectful of you as you are of me. Your chats are not very respectful, but I will be respectful. Rand Paul votes more often than not with Democrats. Thomas Massey votes more often than not with Democrats, and both are so libertarian that they had to run as Republicans. Would you agree with that? Yes or no?
No. You're absolutely wrong.
So they are not registered Republicans, but you just said that they are the backbone
No, I
of
disagree
libertarians.
with you on how they vote. If you knew anything about what they call the Liberty Score, which is ran by multiple conservative review people, they measure the Liberty Score on how people vote. And actually, Rand Paul and Thomas Massey have a very high Liberty Score, same as Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, so you support Marjorie Taylor Greene now as well?
Well, not necessarily, because Trump might. I was really upset with Trump going after Rand Paul, but I kind of know some things now, and it makes me really upset with Rand Paul.
Oh,
Rand
okay.
Paul's taking money from the Venezuelan cartels.
Right. Okay.
And
Well, I appreciate you calling in.
That's going to destroy Ron Paul's libertarian legacy.
I
Ron
appreciate-
Paul's one of the best politicians we ever had. But you attack libertarians, which are right wing, and you talk about dividing MAGA, yet you attack the very people that are in MAGA.
Oh, it's me. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
You've done it more than any other right wing conservative influencer that I watch. And this
Okay.
is all I do is open source intelligence. I've been involved in politics a very long time. I've knocked doors. I've worked campaigns, and they killed my boss, John McAfee, down in Spain. What have you done?
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate. I've done nothing. Nothing, obviously.
So, but you don't know anything about libertarianism, do you?
I do know that
You
the
do know. You said the party was started by anarchists. How can a constitutionalist be an anarchist?
Are you going to let me speak, or are you trying to dominate the conversation?
Well, you're just the idiotic things you've been saying, and I'm proving to you.
You are proving your own point. You're not
It's not
listening
point,
to a
it's
counterpoint.
fact. How can a libertarian, which is a constitutionalist, be an anarchist?
You're
Explain
not.
that to me.
You're not going to dominate the conversation when I'm trying to reply. That's not how dialogue works. Okay? The Libertarian Party was started by anarchist and Barry Goldwater breakaways. That's the exact fact.
Wrong. You're wrong.
So once again,
you're wrong.
Once again, you cut me off. Okay?
Because you're wrong.
Okay. All right. So if I'm wrong, you just cut me off. Dialogue's over.
Yeah, because I destroyed you.
You destroyed me.
I destroyed you. You don't know what a libertarian is. You don't.
I think we destroyed him. I think this is the type of outrage that people like to hear their own voice. They will not listen to a counter argument. They will continuously just get angry, throw insults, and that's kind of the way that the argument goes, if you want to call it an argument. It just seems odd, weird, that's the way it goes. That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Hey,
I'm completely okay with someone that wants to disagree. Here's White Cat. For those that didn't know, White Cat, here we go. White Cat, here you go.
hey, Ben Dykes. This is White Cat.
There you go. There's White Cat. Thank you, White Cat. Appreciate you. And I think we can do. Right. There we go. Thank you, White Cat. Thank you very much, White Cat. Great call. Great call, White Cat. Appreciate you. You really proved my point. That kind of proved a lot of what I'm saying. How many libertarians run as libertarians? I don't think many, because they can't get elected as libertarians. The first few letters in the word libertarian are liberal. Okay, there you go. But I appreciate the passion. I really, really appreciate the passion. Okay. Let's go. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Appreciate it. Feel free. Let's go. Line 2. What you got, line 2?
Hey, Ben, this is a message to your last caller. Tell that man to get some bass in his voice before he talks to you like that with his libtard ass.
I like people that have different opinions calling in, but if you don't allow people, if you don't allow people to converse, it's not a conversation. It's just someone yelling. My channel is not for protesters. My channel is for a conversation. I don't have to agree with you, but I will respect your opinion, whether I agree with it or not. But I'm not going to be talked down to. I'm not going to be yelled at. I'm not going to be dominated in a conversation. There are multiple platforms for people to go and do that. The last time I allowed somebody to yell in my face.
Me and my wife love you still to death, buddy. We're a big supporter.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you. God bless you. God bless you. Feel free to call in 615-475-7864. Yeah. He was pissed because you hung up on him. When the conversation is over, the conversation is over. Line 2, go right ahead, line 2.
Hey, Ben, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, sir. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
I'm calling from Youngstown, and I'm a new subscriber, and I'm just going to say this. I lived through the Vietnam era, watching the protests on TV. Remember the 4 dead in Ohio? It only escalated from there. You know, people need to wake up. You bring the National Guard in, you get the local police, and I mean, it's going to collide. Somewhere it's like a twisted rubber band ready to snap. If you guys can't see it and wake up, man, I mean, I don't know what's going on with our own country, man. We gotta take care of our own, man. I'm an Army veteran myself, so I've lived it and I've seen through it. What did all the protesting accomplish during Vietnam? Can anybody out there tell me any of all the protesting, what did it accomplish except more chaos, more destruction?
You were probably insulted, spit on. Nobody told you welcome home. I deal with Vietnam veterans every day. And when Vietnam veterans come into my office, I don't tell them thank you for your service. I say welcome home, because they were never given a welcome home.
Yes, sir. And you know what's funny is I'll let you know this. I went to go ask for some help for food at a local food bank. Do you know I received meat labeled for animal consumption only and expired food? This is unacceptable, man. In my own country, I go ask for help and I get meat labeled for animal consumption only. This ain't right, Ben. You're a Navy veteran. How would you like it if somebody handed you some pork chops dated back 2022 and say, here you go, live it up?
It's really sad that we treat our own worse than we treat people like you that served our country worse than people in prison. People in prison get 3 hots and a cot.
Yes, sir.
You're getting a lot of welcome home veterans in the chat. What was your name again? I'm very sorry. You said Youngstown, Ohio, right?
Yeah, I'm from Youngstown. My name's Ken.
Ken in Youngstown. Ken, do me a favor.
I'm 11 Bravo, buddy. I was 11 Bravo. I was 11 bang bang for any of you guys out there. That means we were, I hate to use the expression, we were bad Mo's, you know? And I didn't do it for the money. Did you do it for the money? I didn't do it for the money. I did it for my country because I love my country so much. But when I watch television and I see these people and protesting, I understand, I get it. But what's this going to accomplish? I mean, really, look at our history and what did the Vietnam protest accomplish except more chaos, more 4 dead in Ohio. That's all I have to say. I'm sorry about the call, buddy. I get so upset, Ben, but I thank you for you taking my call, and I am a new subscriber, and I will stay tuned.
Ken, I'm going to tell you this. Thank you for calling. There's nothing wrong with getting upset, but I believe I'm going to hang up on you here, Ken, but thank you very much. That's a great call. What we're seeing with the protest is a calculated attempt to divide us. I am sure that if White Cat and I sat down and had a cigar, if White Cat and I sat down and had a beer, a glass of iced tea, we would agree on more things than we disagree on. But because of the heightened angst, it is easier to latch on to the anger than it is to come to some level of agreement. 4 dead in Ohio, you know who sang that song? Neil Young. He was talking about Kent State. That's exactly what I was talking about. Welcome home, Ken. Vietnam veterans never got a welcome home. If you want to make a Vietnam veteran smile, if you want to touch a Vietnam veteran's heart, you tell a Vietnam veteran, welcome home. That's just something I learned. A lot of people. Fred Johnson, welcome home, Ken. But I'm okay with people that don't agree with me. I'm okay. Because I believe if we sat down over an adult beverage, a glass of iced tea or a cigar, or maybe a left-handed cigarette, if that's your jam, we would agree on more things than not. Just my opinion. Let's see here. Who do we got? Line 2. Who do we got, line 2?
Ben, you're absolutely right on that other, but the guy.
I can barely hear you. You got some bad audio.
I'm sorry. My phone, one of these days I'll buy a new one. But the problem with the guys that he was talking about a while ago, it's not necessarily the vote, it's the votes that are critical. When you need them the most, they step out. And
I'm going to let you go. It's really hard to understand you, but I appreciate the call. It was really hard for me to understand, and I'm wearing some really good headphones. Somebody said, what did Vietnam accomplish? That's a different argument for a different day. And I am not going to debate that. I am not a historian. I've got my opinions on Vietnam. But there you go. Oh, we get to flush our first one. Cool Maximus. Flush. I don't deal with the FDT people. There you go. And there's the flush. Cooler heads come out on top. Yeah. It is. People love rage. People love rage. Rage sells. We're about 3 super chats away from the goal that I set for the channel today. It's going to help me ship that guitar. I don't think it's going to be cheap to do that. Lines are open 615-475-7864. Really appreciate you calling in. If you want, feel free. Line 2, go right ahead, line 2. Nope, that sounds like a crime scene. I'm not fix your audio, clean up the neighborhood. I don't know what you have to do. That sounded like a crime scene there. Appreciate it. Let's go. Yeah, that's a face only a mother could love, isn't it? Good grief. Let's go right here. Talk to me, line 2. What you got, line 2?
Yeah, I wanted to tell Ben that the people who are protesting are so ignorant that they are just like the Germans in Nazi Germany when the Jews were being loaded on boxcars and sent to concentration camps. They turned their eyes and ears off to what Hitler was doing. And it was so bad that when they would be in a church service and the railroad tracks was near the church, they would all stand up together and sing aloud to drown out the cries and screams of those Jews.
You're right.
That's how ignorant people are today because they're uneducated in their history.
I agree. Thank you for calling, sir. God bless you. Great call. Thank you very much. Positive input. Positive. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Let's go. I think I've got something I wanted to share. Let's go. I want to show. I had a clip lined up here, and I believe I lost it. I believe I lost the clip. Let's see if I can find that again. Here we go.
We are seeing horror.
Let's go right there. Line 2. Go ahead, line 2.
Hey, what's
Good
going
morning.
on?
Yes, sir.
Just calling to kind of express my concerns about, do you really think anything is going to get done? Do you really think anyone's going to be brought to justice? Or is this going to be another one of those Pam Bondi ball drop situations?
I firmly believe you are. Well, let me ask you this. Do you think anything has been done so far?
No.
What has not been done so far?
Well, where's Comey?
Okay.
Walking free.
Okay.
Where's Schiff? Walking free.
Let me ask you this then. Hold on. Is your measuring stick of things getting done down to 4 or 5 names?
No, but we need something.
Because I'm hearing,
we need a head on a wall.
I'm hearing a little bit of doubt. I'm hearing a little bit of doubt and hesitation and It sounds like you're measuring progress by 5 big names, 6 big names, maybe 10 big names. And it seems like you're not recognizing some of the real progress that is happening. And I believe if you keep your progress down to just a handful of big, larger than life names, it is going to be difficult for anyone to ever meet your expectations.
Okay, so what progress has been done?
Wait, what? Are you serious right now?
Yeah. Who's been brought to justice?
Have you not seen the amount of deportations? Have you not seen the 2,500 people arrested in and around? So is that not something happening?
No, that's great. But here's the thing. We expected that, but we also expected the big names, the big fish.
So you just answered my question.
Here's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about Tim Walz walking free. I'm worried about that Frey idiot walking free. I'm worried about all these people who, the ringleaders of this stuff, walking free. Okay? That's what we're all worried about right now. is the two-tiered justice system. Like if you're in government, even if you're a piece of shit, you walk free.
Okay. But so you
That's
kind
what
of,
I'm worried about, because here's the thing. We haven't seen those people being held to account yet. We've seen a lot of saber rattling, but we haven't seen any results from that. And I'm just afraid that Pam Bondi, the overrated idiot, is just going to drop the ball again. We need to get rid of her and get somebody else that doesn't have their head halfway up their ass.
let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question right now. The government is going to be shut down on January 30th. Do you think that the Democrat Party and the Rhino Republicans would ever confirm a replacement? Because they have to confirm the Attorney General. Who or how would they ever confirm a replacement?
I don't know.
There you go. There's your answer. Appreciate you calling, sir. Appreciate you calling. If you want to get frustrated, I understand the frustration. I get it. I get it. But to just put the measuring stick on a handful of big names, I don't think that's a good one. I don't think that's a good idea right now. Do I want some big names arrested? Absolutely. But to say nothing's been done is a reach. That's one for me. Let me go here. Let's grab a couple more calls here. Lines are open, 615-475. Let's go, let's get a voice of reason. Let's see what kind we got. Bruno, talk to me.
Good morning, brother. Good morning, Patriots. All right, so we discussed this the other day, and I put it in the chat on the Discord that people need to look up law code.
We already talked about it. You don't have to get into it.
Statute of conspiracy.
Uh-huh.
All right, until this garbage is stopped, no prosecutions can be done on any of these political idiots.
Correct.
Pay attention to what's going on. There is a ton that's being done. Open your eyes, people. If you can't see slow dismantling, it's been going on over 60 years. They put the structure in. It takes time to dismantle it.
But you know what, though?
Open your eyes and watch what's going on. Sit back and pay attention.
Bruno, thank you for calling. Appreciate it. God bless you, Bruno. But it's so much easier for people to say nothing's being done. Where is the outrage parade when we had Merrick Garland? I don't know. I agree. I want some big names. I want a big trophy too. I do. But to just sell the farm because you don't get a big name, I think is a mistake. Line 2, go right ahead. Line 2.
Hey, Ben, former airborne medic with the 82nd Airborne.
Thank you for calling, sir. Thank you for your service.
Yeah. Hey, hear me out on this.
Sure.
I got a solution. It's very simple to be done in one day. BMVs equipped with cattle cages like trains on the front, so no one goes underneath the vehicle as it moves forward. High pressure water cannon, and then psyops speakers like we used in Panama, playing "Let's Go Surf" or "Surfing in the USA" by the Beach Boys as you spray those fuckers down the street.
It'll never happen. This is fictional. This is comic book. This will never happen. You know that as good as I do.
But anyway, I just wanted to, that would be a dream come true. But I feel very frustrated with the way that Tim Walz and that mayor are talking out of both sides of their mouth.
I do too. I do too. For anybody to assume that I am not frustrated, they're kidding themselves.
Yeah. Oh, I know you are. You just, but what's good is that you have a calming effect and you say, okay, guys, let's think about this logically, you know. We live in the real world here.
How
So
long were you in the military for? How long were you in the military for?
I was in the Army Reserve for 5 years.
Okay.
And a little over 3 years in active duty.
Okay. 3 years active duty, 5 years in the in the reserves.
Yes.
When you get a new commanding officer, how long does it take for the commanding officer to set their policy and implement their policy?
Oh God. Well, in the reserves, it took several months. When I was in the 82nd, it was much quicker. You know.
Let me ask you this. When a team is trying to accomplish something, does dissension in the ranks, does it help the overall goal?
You're talking about people losing their lives.
There you go. Thank you for calling.
Yeah.
You answered
Have a
my
good one.
question.
Bye.
Appreciate you. Dissension in the ranks is dangerous. There you go. Hello, my name's Bob. I'm an alcoholic. Good morning, Bob.
Who is it? Dave's
Dave's
not
got
here.
the stuff. Dave's got the stuff. Super chat from DB. Be a good human. A good human opens doors for those who've walked longer. Give love, receive love. DB Noise. Thank you for the super.
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
Appreciate you. I really appreciate the super chats. It's going to help me ship this guitar. I might have enough with a couple more shows, I'm going to be able to go buy a couple of more used guitars and put these in the mail for some people. Sassy Patriot, $20 from Sassy Patriot. Thank you very much. $2 from, who's that? Ben, you make an excellent point about what has been accomplished. People get hung up on distractions, but fail to see what has been achieved. Enjoy in the live stream. Jeremy, thank you so much. It's easy to dunk on me for being positive. I don't know. I do want a hell of a lot of arrest. Okay? I do. Somebody said with the YouTube K9. Yeah, there was somebody having a problem about posting something about that yesterday. There was. I believe it is very easy to get hung up on lack of this, lack of that. I believe that is very I don't know how I don't know how you ever get past that. Who was it that was in the Bible that was the doubter? Was it Simon was the doubter? I can't remember. One of the disciples was the doubter. I do remember that. I can't remember which one. Maybe it was Thomas. Thomas the doubter? I think it was Thomas the doubter. Let me ask you this. Let's do a poll right here. Do you measure everything by big name arrests? Do you measure everything by big name arrests? Or is it okay to actually, it was Thomas, doubting Thomas. Thank you. I thought it was Simon or something like that. Today it's the black pillar. Yeah. There's a lot of people that are just hung up on the black pill movement. The black pill movement. Let's do this. Service Dog Fund. Just got an email from somebody in the chat that's having some problems with their service dog. I don't want to mention the name, but it's somebody that calls in all the time from Branson. Might give you a clue. Let's start this up and see if we can help her. Ben, please help my dog who has a very bad problem. There's no way I can afford a vet bill. My dog, Baby, that's the name of the dog, is my everything. If you could see a way to help me get her help, I would be so grateful. I'm an Army veteran, watches you every day. I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's Mona from Branson. Mona from Branson. My vet is Amanda at Shepherd of the Hills Vet Care. I have no idea what it will cost. If you can help, please. Mona, I'm going to see what I can do. Mona, I will see what I can do. There you go. Hello, my name is Lance Corporal Sean M. Law, United States Marine Corps. I served in Marine Corps from 04 to 07. 1-1 Charlie Company platoon as a rifleman in Iraq. I'm medically retired and interested in an acoustic guitar. Lives in Pinckney, Michigan. Lance Corporal Sean Law, Semper Fi. We will see what we can do, brother. We will see what we do. Trump as Cyrus. I'm not promoting any crazy theories, but this is too good not to share. Okay, I'll have to check that out. We got two sort of, I'm going to say prayer requests. I think we've got two prayer requests. We have a Lance Corporal that would, Sean Law, Semper Fi, would like he's 100% medically retired. Rifleman in Iraq in 06. And Mona that needs a little help with her service dog. Mona, I don't know if I can help all of it, but I'm going to help as much as I can. We've got some prayer requests. Let's lift that up. Let's do that. Let's take some calls. 615-475-7864. Let's go here. Line 2. What you got, line 2?
Hey, Ben.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that caller called about the 5 big names.
Yes, sir.
That's kind of like not true, because when your name gets mentioned, you don't have to go to jail to live in hell, because everywhere you go, people stare at you. You can't go to church. You can't go out to restaurants. You can't do nothing. You actually can't even get a loan. Who would trust loan somebody could be in jail next week? I mean, it's total chaos. Oh, then don't forget you got to lawyer up. All your savings now goes to those lawyers. Now you're sitting there, you can't spend no money. Then you got it on retainer. I mean, it's hell when the man names your name.
You know, it is a weird dynamic that we all want a huge name for a measuring stick. And I don't know if that's fair. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm saying you already got them. When you mention the name, that's a big thing. I mean, you're stuck, man. You're smelling now. Nobody wants to have nothing to do with you. They don't want to go with you. IRS is already on your ass. I mean, what you got left?
Yeah.
I
appreciate you calling.
Your TV, and you got, every time you turn on your TV, your name's on there.
I appreciate you calling, sir.
Shit's name's on there all the time. Everybody's name's on there.
Yep. Thank you for calling. I really appreciate it.
Yes, God bless.
God bless you. Shepherd Hills Veterinarian. Mona is the owner. The dog's name Baby. Something to do with a tooth. If you want to reach out and help Mona, you're welcome to donate here, and I'm going to connect. But there you go. If you want to do that, you're welcome to help. Let's go here. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Let's go right here. Talk to me. Line 2. What you got, line 2?
Hello, Ben. How you doing? Guess who this is? This is the guitar player.
Guitar player.
Yeah, Michigan. I watched that white, whatever that is, the guy.
Sure.
You know, the thing that bothers me the most
is
that people just don't want to get along.
It's easier to just rage and go after someone than it is to find a level of agreement, you know?
Yeah. And that's disgusting. See, that's the thing of it is, these people out here that they think they know, but they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people that do know somewhat, like yourself, they don't want to believe that. You know what I mean? It's crazy to me that all they want to do, I got you, oh, I got you, you know, hey, so what? You think you got me? Hey, just whatever, go ahead.
Sure.
We can still have a conversation and get all the facts down on the table. You know, it doesn't make sense. That's all it's all about. It's about the truth, and those people don't want to accept the truth.
Guitar player. Let me ask you this, guitar player. Let me ask you this. You probably watch a lot of YouTube channels. I do too, right?
Yeah, yours especially.
Are there any other YouTube channels that would allow someone to call in and insult them live without just ignoring him, blocking him, hanging up on him?
Well, I tell you what, Officer Tatum would have just cut him right off and said, bye-bye.
He would have. He would have. I still haven't banned him. I hope he's in the chat. We agree with probably more than we don't, but there you go. It's kind of insulting.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. You don't have to overtalk somebody. You know what it says? When I grew up in school, 25% of talking and 75% listening.
It reminds me. I think I know how we got to this point where if you yell louder than the other person, you're the more right. It reminds me of Jerry Springer.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Jerry Springer Debate Club is what it reminds me of. If
Exactly,
you're the loudest,
And I
you're the
want to
most
tell you
right.
one other thing. I wish I could help you out. You know what I mean? And
Don't worry
with
about
the
it, sir.
dogs and stuff like that. I barely can make ends meet myself. You know what I mean?
Guitar player,
But
I appreciate you
Well,
calling.
you're in my prayers and stuff like that. But I did a long time ago. I don't know about a year ago. I did buy this cross bracelet for the veterans. I don't know, the hero bracelet.
Well, I appreciate you. Guitar player, thank you very much. Keep us in your prayers. Thank you, sir.
Oh, I will.
There you go. Let me pull up. Somebody said veterinarian of the hills. Veterinarian. I can't spell veterinarian. Branson, Missouri. Let's go here. Let me find where her dog is at. My dog baby. Shepherd of the Hills Vet Care. Here we go. Shepherd of the Hills Vet Care right here. Shepherd of the Hills Vet Care. Her dog is named Amanda. Her dog is named her dog is named Baby. The vet is Amanda. If anyone wants to call there and make a donation to help Mona is a very passionate lady that has called in. Mona's an Army veteran. Mona helps organize the Veterans Day Parade in Branson, Missouri. There you go. That is what Mona does. Let's grab a couple of calls. I'll leave that up there for a second. And if anybody can find it in your heart, I'm going to probably call and do the same thing. Lines are open 615-475-7864. Feel free to call in. I never asked a question. White Cat, did you serve your country? White Cat, are you a veteran? I'd love to know if you're a veteran, White Cat. Appreciate you. There we go. Lines are open 615-475-7864. Feel free to give me a call. Love to get your questions, comments, concerns, or cuss words. Keep them light. Keep them friendly. We're in people's living rooms. For anybody that says nothing's happening, for the people that say nothing's happening, I wanted you to hear what he says is happening. Let's go here. Line 2. What you got, line 2? Go right ahead.
Dan. Hi, Dan.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm the wife of a Vietnam vet, and my husband is also a retired. You there?
Yeah, your audio is cutting in and out. We don't need, just hit me with the facts. Nothing but the facts, ma'am. Dragnet. What you got?
Okay, I'm just on the side of Pam Bondi. She's done so much for our country already. Look at all the drug arrests. Look at all the Supreme Court cases that have been overturned and won for our side. So anyway, I get tired of people.
The negativity is not healthy. Negativity is not healthy. Would you agree with that?
No, I agree with that. And if my husband was alive today, he was a big supporter of Trump and all the people that supported him and worked for him. So
what branch
anyway,
of
I just wanted to, pardon me?
What branch of service was your husband in?
Well, during Vietnam, he was in the Navy, and then when he got out, he was in the Air National Guard in Vermont.
What was his name?
He retired. Pardon me?
What was his name?
David Bucock.
David Bucock, rest in peace. Thank you for your service, and thank you for being a military spouse. God bless you. Thank you for calling.
And thank
God bless her. Gold Star wife, husband of died in Vietnam, active duty. Do me a favor in the chat. Post your branch of service in the chat. Oh, wow. I had the shift key down. Post your branch of service in the chat. And I can't spell. There we go. White Cat, post your branch of service in the chat. I'm sure that White Cat sounded like a military veteran. I am going to assume because of his passion that he is a military veteran. Rest in peace, David. We had a major donation help right here. Harley Girl, $100 super chat from Harley Girl. For whatever your heart desires, if anyone thought the deep state was going to be easy, remember 2016?
Amen.
Boom shakalaka.
Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka from Harley Girl. Thank you so much. $10 from Jal, Jal, 1953. A little help for Mona's baby. Let me go ahead and do this one. Let me do this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that. Nikki, ever see 80s comedy Canadian Bacon about Canucks invading? I never saw that. Thank you. There we go. I'm going to censor the word Canadian. No, I'm sorry. That's a great comment. And thank you for the super chat.
How dare you?
How dare you, Nikki? How dare you? For anybody that says that nothing's happening in the administration,
create a database. Those people that are arrested for interference, impediment, assault, we're going to make them famous. We're going to put their face on TV. We're going to let their employers in their neighborhoods, in their schools, know who these people are. Because as you said, a lot of these people, they say they're taking time off work to protest. I bet you a lot of them are calling in sick.
there we go. A lot of people calling in sick. I love seeing all of the branches of service. I love it. We help each other. We help each other. We help each other. Lines are open 615-475-7864. Reliable source told me that is true. They fired 10% of the FBI. U.S. Navy on subtender Hunley. Shipmate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We did some work on the Proteus and the Canopus. Army 11 Bravo. A really good friend of mine's 11 Bravo. He did something with the Bradley fighting vehicles, is what he did. Bobby Ray here, retired Air Force. I live in Eagle Point, Oregon. We know what's involved in putting our lives on the line for our country. Love your show. Let's go here. Bobby in Tennessee. Bobby, talk to me, Bobby.
Good morning, Ben. How are you?
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing today?
Amazing.
Good, good. I just want to let the Doubting Thomases know, and I'm going to put this in a real quick analogy so they understand what's going on with these investigations. When a cop, highway patrol, pulls over a mule, finds the drugs, they call the feds, and how do they deal with that? They want to know who gave it to them, how to get to the top. It's a stepping stone. That's probably what Pam Bondi's doing, finding people under Adam Schiff, to use a name, that knows what was going on and how do they get the information. It's called coercion. If you give me this, you won't spend 20 years in federal penitentiary.
I believe some people are flipping as well. I do believe there's going to be some people flipping. I completely agree. Brennan, Clapper, those people do not want a roommate in prison. They don't want that.
Especially not Diddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ben, you have a great day. Hey, listen,
Bobby,
I'm
quick
send you an
question.
email
Bobby, quick question.
One of the guitars that I'm going to donate, and I think what I do is, if between me and you give me an address and a name,
You'll
I will
ship it to him
to that person instead of going through you.
You know what?
On
I think
behalf of you.
we've already got one. I've got a Marine that emailed in. He's a Lance Corporal in Pinckney, Michigan.
Yeah, I was thinking about sending him an Alvarez.
Okay. Perfect. Bobby, I appreciate you calling, sir. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay. God bless.
God bless Bobby. That's exactly what we're doing right there. I put Mona's email in the chat. Let me see if I can find Mona. I thought I had Mona's number. I don't guess I have numbers. I don't think this will save numbers. Lines are open 615-475-7864. Feel free to give me a call. Love to talk to you. Line 2. Go right ahead, line 2.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
This is Ben.
It is. Go right ahead.
Hey, Ben. This is Mark. I'm not really up on the politics. I'm kind of new at it. I've been in it for about a year, and I'm just saying you're doing a good job, and I'm following along. I'm into this common sense stuff, and I really appreciate what you're doing, and I watch other podcasts too and stuff, because I'm still kind of learning about this. And
you want a piece of advice?
There's this one podcast that I heard. I don't know if you heard of Dr. Shiva.
Never heard of it. Let me give you one piece of advice. One piece of advice. Zoom out, remain calm, and try not to get angry, because people they love to sell anger. Thank you for calling. They love to sell anger. Zoom out, remain calm. That would be my first recommendation. And politics is common sense. Replace the word common sense. Replace the word politics with common sense. That's what I would recommend. Replace those words and you'll be better off. $1.99 from Jan. Thank you very much. Booger Picker. I love that name. Line 2. Go right ahead, Dave. Go right ahead. Yes, sir.
Hal from Pierce, Florida.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I love your show, and I'm just wondering, does the people from these other states ever ask themselves, like, why not? And none of this happens in Florida. And quick example, that Karen in Gainesville got out and slapped a trooper because she didn't like ICE, and she got slammed against the hood and she got tased and put in the back of a vehicle.
Great point. Great point. You bring up such a good point there.
Hey, Ben, quick example, and I'd love to hear, the response from your listeners. Real quick, 2005, we got hit back-to-back hurricanes. I was without power 21 days. Our sheriff put in an 8 to 6 a.m. curfew, and if you got caught out at that time, you would end up spending a week in jail.
Let me ask you this. Do you know how many hurricanes hit mainland United States this year?
We got spared. Oh my God. I'm so thank God that I don't even know if I can go through it. I'm a native Floridian, and it's just, but those years, that year, the natives got a little restless in the hood. They started to try to break in something, and we just shut it down. And I feel like I'm living in a different country here. We had 2 protests a week ago.
I'm going to say thank you for calling. I really appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
God bless you. The problem is rhino backstabbing. You nailed it, real bits. Protesters know where they can FA. They know gun-free zones are okay. They know that in certain states, criminals are more free to do things. This guy in Florida nailed it. You don't FA in Florida, you're going to FO. They're allowed to run over protesters, right? Great point. I asked the question, how many hurricanes have hit the United States this year? 0. I asked that question because no one wants to give any credit for that. Because when hurricanes hit the United States, Trump's fault, global warming. But Kamala Harris just bought an $8 million home on the beach in Malibu. So if global warming, if the sea levels were really rising, why would Kamala, I'm on my knees, Harris do that? Let's see here. DB Noise. Which other, hold on. Let me answer this question real quick and then I'll grab you on the call. Somebody says, which other podcaster would you accept or deny going on? I'll talk to anybody. Line 2, go right ahead. You got some bad audio. No, never mind. I don't know what the hell was happening there. DB, I'll talk to anybody. I don't care, man. I don't care. If anybody wants to talk, I'll talk to anybody. A lot of people don't want to hear what I got to say. That's all right. A lot of people don't want to hear what I say. It's okay. I'm okay with just being a lone ranger, right? Run silent, run deep. That's where I'm at. DB Noise, thank you for your support.
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
Really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. We're going to be able to help a lot of people. Army wife, yes, use common sense, but people forget to use it. If you're a parent, you try to instill common sense. Line 2, go right ahead, line 2. Line 2, go right ahead. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening. Go for it. We can only say hello, Dave. Here, I think Dave called in.
Who is it? It's me, Dave. Open up, man. I got stuff. Dave's not here.
Dave's not here. I'm just going to start saying Dave's not here when that happens again. Lines are open, 615-475. Hello, Dave. Talk to me.
Hey.
Whoa, got a lot of echo there. Dave's not here. Dave's not here. 615-475. I like that comment right there. Line 2, go right ahead. Line 2. Dave's not here. Line 2, go right ahead.
Yeah, hey, Ben, this is Coffee Man. I don't know how we got disconnected a while ago, but anyway, hey, I seen a great video this morning over in another country where these protesters, they were spraying them down with water in this cold weather. That's what we ought to do here.
But we're too kind and gentle to our protesters.
Well, we got to quit being so kind.
I agree. Thank you for calling, sir.
Yeah, bye.
Dave's not here. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Feel free. Dave has never left the building. Dave was never there. Ben and his supporters are all programmed globe sheep. True Cosmos. I love that comment. True Cosmos. Thank you. Great comment by True Cosmos. Ben and his supporters are all programmed globe sheep. Oh, here we go. You know what we do to people that say that? We flush them. Line 2, go right ahead. Line 2, go right ahead. Dave's not here. There we go. Dave's not here. When you get hung up on, you're just getting a Dave's not here. True Cosmo. Do y'all guys like how we get the trolls now? Line 2, go right ahead.
Good morning, Dave.
Yeah, good morning, Dave.
I just want to give my opinion.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that he should call the Insurrection Act, President Trump should, and end the filibuster.
Where do you live at?
In Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona. So you have experienced real interactions with illegal aliens, I'm assuming. Migrants, criminals.
Oh, yes. I was even a protest here in Tucson.
Okay.
And, you know, as a Tucsonan, I'm embarrassed. They shouldn't even be here.
Yeah. And not only should they not be here, but they get better services, care than you do if they walked into an emergency room.
Oh yes, sir. They sure do. You know, I got some assistance, and I only get $34, where other people, foreigners, get $5,000, and it's horrible. It shouldn't even happen to Americans.
I agree. No other country does it happen. Thank you for calling from Tucson. Appreciate you.
God bless you.
God bless you. Somebody says, Maricopa, is Tucson Maricopa County? I think it is. I don't know enough about Arizona. I do know the standing on the corner in Arizona. Talk to me, line 2. Hello, Dave.
Hello?
Yeah, go right ahead. Good morning, Dave. Brian.
Good morning. How are you?
Amazing. What you got, sir?
Okay, I'm a long time listener. You know, I don't comment much, but I like all your videos.
Thank you.
What I'm what I'm feeling right now is that I really think this protest needs to go deeper. They're paid rioters, I believe, many of them,
Okay.
and funded by Soros. I think they need to get to the root of the problem and get these people that are funding these paid rioters prosecuted. I think that would be a great help, and I'm hoping Pam Bondi and Cash Patel are working behind the scenes trying to hold that, hold these people accountable. So that's one way of looking at it.
You know, I think it goes a little further than Soros. I think it goes to the level of China, Russia, Iran, Yemen. I believe also the one thing that brings the Democrat Party together is chaos. I believe
Yeah.
Act Blue could also be funding some of these riots and protests just to bring the hatred for Trump to a head like a big festering zit. That's what I think.
I agree wholeheartedly. That's all they do. That's all they live for. They just create chaos and insanity with lies. It's unbelievable. They need to be held accountable for their lies too. It's unreal.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Thank you for calling, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you for being a watcher, subscriber, listener. Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you for being a great patriot, Ben. God bless.
Thank you. God bless you. According to White Cat, I'm a commie. White Cat said I'm a commie. I think I'm a commie, right? Because I don't go along with the libertarian clown show. But whatever. White Cat, please chime in with your branch of service. I would love to know what scout troop that you served in. Weeblos. I think they're the Weeblos. Maricopa's Phoenix. Okay. Line 2, go right ahead. Line 2, go right ahead. Yes, sir.
Ben,
Yes, sir.
I know you do a lot of paper pushing for the VA. I want you to verify something for me. Now, if you get arrested during these protests and you go to jail and whatnot, and you're a retired veteran or one receiving veteran benefits, don't you lose all your benefits and all your money while you're incarcerated?
What a great question. And let me answer this because I have dealt with this very recently. I deal with this on a monthly basis. For a veteran receiving veterans disability to lose their veterans disability, they have to be incarcerated for 31 days because VA disability is paid in arrears. So once they're incarcerated for 31 days, it gets shut off. The jail.
Okay, can I make one more statement?
Go for it.
Okay, for the individual that like to get on the internet and post all the papers that they stole out of that vehicle, Mercado Media, I hope you enjoy your incarceration, you pussy punk motherfucker.
Let me ask you this, or let me tell you this. And I love the passion. Now, here's the thing. Once they get out of jail, they can restart those benefits.
Yeah, I understand that, but for 60 days of him sitting in there with no money, he'll lose his apartment, the house, and his little following of idiots.
Do you want me to tell you a story about Mercado Media and myself?
Dude, I'm already tracking, but I'll go get off this phone so I can hear.
Thank you for your call. About 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, I invited Mercado Media onto my channel to discuss the money being sent to Ukraine because he is a very pro-Ukraine person. He came onto my channel after I had already had another Ukraine shill on my channel. And after that, he clipped a bunch of stuff and then doxed my place of work, posted all over all these radical grinder accounts that he's probably logged into, whatever. And I had people calling my place of work trying to get me to lose my job because, wait for it, I don't want to send money to Ukraine. So Mercado Media, I am very familiar. His name is Andrew Mercado, is his real name. Andrew Mercado lives just outside of Minneapolis. And I am very, very familiar. I have the copies of the police reports that I filed. I pressed charges. Okay. So if you really want to know about Mercado and you want the full story, Get in the Discord, join the channel as a member, and I will share it all. I will sing like a stool pigeon. Roy Boy, White Cat served in the Salvation Army, broke dick division. I got to give him that.
Amen.
I got to give him that. Lines are open 615-475-7864.
Boom shakalaka.
Feel free to give me a call. And we're going to help Mona. I just got a email from somebody that is in connection with, it looks like Mona already. So there we go. Feel free to give me a call, 615-475-7864. Love to chat. I'm going to play something right now while I refill my coffee. I think you'll all enjoy this, and I will be right back. We're doing a station break. Actually, a head call for all of y'all. Oh, let me grab this call real quick. Line 2, go right ahead, Dave.
Oh, hi, Ben. It's Bernard from Lake Kapakong, New Jersey. How you doing, brother?
Amazing. Talk to me.
Good. Me too. A little too snowy up here for my taste, but it's all right.
Yes, sir. What would you like to say?
I wanted to tell you a quick story about my uncle, who was a mechanical engineer in World War II in the Pacific Theater.
Make it real quick because I don't.
He worked on an LST, which is a landing craft, whatever.
Okay, hold on.
I'll make the story real short, but it's an interesting story.
Okay, make it quick.
He was set to rendezvous with 2 destroyers and an aircraft carrier to go invade Okinawa. He could not get the engine fired, and they were screaming at him. They said, "George, you don't get that engine fired, it's going to be your hide." Well, he couldn't get the engine fired, so they sent out the sister ship in its place, and it got sunk by a Jap sub, and all 371 men perished on that, which is a sad story indeed. But here's the clincher. Every Saturday, all the men on the LST chipped in and bought George a steak dinner.
Fantastic. Thank you for calling, sir. Thank you for sharing that. God bless you.
God bless you, sir.
Great story. I am about to pop.
How was the left able to hijack the label of compassionate? Whenever you talk, like whenever it's always it's the right who are heartless. It's like they lead with their mind, but the left reads with his heart. But you see the progressive costume of empathy is pure BS. They actually love to fight. They actually love to be vicious in public and incite angry confrontations as long as it's dramatic, as long as it feeds their attention, and as long as it's incredibly stupid. And when you consider that they are rioting over the deportations of violent, vicious criminals, think about the same people who said, "Get the Jews out of Gaza," are shouting, "Keep the killers here in Minneapolis." These are the same people. So when you got to understand the hypocrisy. These are the same people who demand trigger warnings on TV shows, and you must obey pronouns, and they express outrage over dead naming somebody who's trans. They demand extreme consideration of their feelings, yet they will get in your face and they will call you a Nazi and try to get you to swing at them. There's something wrong there. And here's something that no one's brought up. So why don't we treat the situation the way the mayor and the governor wants it to, which is a conflict between 2 opposing forces? You know, marchers and counter-marchers, Proud Boys versus Antifa, Hamas supporters versus Jewish students. Why don't you just treat it like that? Then what would you do? You would have the police there in between, maintaining order and distance. That's what you do with marchers and counter-marchers. Is that what you see here? No. It's not there. It makes you kind of think that the leaders, the political leaders, want this volatile, concentrated, confrontational agitators with no police at all. They don't want this thing to improve. They want it to go bad, or they would do what they do with every one of these demonstrations, which is have the police there and orchestrate peace and suppress conflict. No, Walz and
he brings up a great point. Anytime the protests are beneficial, the left will use the police to protect them. Just got 2 super chats on Cash App up in the top right. Damn it. Over there in the corner, right up here. I can't figure it out. In the corner, right up here. 2 Cash App donations, $50 from Patty and Greg. Patty and Greg. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Greg.
Amen.
We will be helping them
Hallelujah.
out with that. Thank you so much.
And boom shagalaka.
Super sticker from Real KRO, $5. How dare you?
How dare you?
And $10 from Jim. How dare you? $5 from Jim.
How dare you?
How dare you, Jim? $2 from Fazul.
How dare you?
How dare you? Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. How dare you support the channel and help the cause? They are setting us up to fail. The Democrat Party relies on chaos. They rely on anger, division, chaos. Oh, gosh, let me do this. These protesters should be investigated by the IRS. I agree with that. I completely agree with. Oh, man, I don't know if I should go here or not. I'm going to go there. Line 2, go right ahead.
Hey, this is Dave.
Hey,
Somehow
Dave.
My phone number got routed to your number. Have you got any messages for me?
Dave's not here.
There must be a lag on the video in our phone call.
No
Man,
problem.
I had to do it.
Good for you. Where are you calling from, Dave?
Really, my name's John, all right? I'm from Central Texas, kind of
Okay.
out in the sticks.
Okay. What would you like to say this morning?
Man, I appreciate your program a bunch, and that's really about it. I'm not a black pillar. You do have these people calling in, and they don't think Bondi's doing anything. My God, she's won every case that she's brought. I can't remember the numbers, up in the hundreds. You know, and investigations on the big names. The FBI, I'm sure, is working hard on finding somebody that's going to squeal. So you can't rush those things.
Yeah. Justice is
Yeah.
slow. Justice is slow. Crime is fast. That's
Correct.
just the way it is. That's just the way it is. I appreciate
Man,
you calling,
It's an
John.
honor and a privilege to talk to you. I love what you do for veterans. I'm a veteran, 87 to 91, and sometimes I wish I'd stayed in.
Well, I
but
appreciate you
haven't.
calling. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your service. God bless
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
God bless.
sir. Wow. $199 donation from the Real KRO. Real KRO, are you in the Discord? If you're not, you need to email me and I'm going to send you the link. I've got to break out the big dogs for this one.
I'm telling y'all. Now, either y'all go talk to the long-legged Mac Daddy, tell him to resign. Tell him.
Real KRO, $199 from the Real KRO. Thank you, Real KRO, man. That really helps a lot. Let me show you my war face.
Now let me see your war face.
Thank you, Real KRO, man. I can't say thank you enough. What about this one?
Okay, we are cooked.
White face, or where did White Cat go? Real KRO, thank you so much. I don't know if you've ever called in, Real KRO, but feel free. You're more than welcome. If you shoot me a text message, I'd love to get your opinion. Thank you for the help. Man, that will help a lot. Thank you. So KRO awarded. Hold on. You know what? We need to do this. We need to do this right here. Where is Real KRO's? Let's see here. God bless you. God bless you. Let me grab some calls. 615-475-7864. You're welcome to help out. You're welcome to call in. Now is your chance to get your insults in. Get your insults into the Ben Dyke Show. Feel free. You can insult me all you want if you want to help me. I don't care. I've got thick skin. Feel free. We want ice in Tucson. Yeah, I think everybody needs a little ice in Tucson. Let's go here. I want to show you this real quick while we're, you know what? We'll take some calls here, but I want to play this.
The America I knew before these libs started to burn it down, that America was worth dying for. But when I heard this, I didn't even know how to react.
Thank you, Representative Omar. We are so grateful for your incredible leadership, for your courage, and for your representation.
Leadership for what? Courage? Not only do they not know what America is, they don't have any idea what courage is. You see, in my mind, this was courage. Thousands of young men who gave up everything, some of who lied about their age, to storm the beaches of Normandy into a hail of bullets that almost guaranteed to kill them. Raised the flag after 36 days on the Battle of Iwo Jima at top of Mount Suribachi. Courage is what kept my country out of the hands of communists like those people who are letting people out of jail on no cash bail, who want no checks on illegal immigrants. Some of those are from her own country of Somalia, who have killed American citizens, who take our benefits that are paid for by the good, God-fearing people who work their fingers to the bone and their backs to the breaking point so we can have stock shelves so they can waltz in there and get a vegan tea and some tofu. Courage? I've put friends in boxes who have courage. Drape the flag over the same people that those libs proclaim to hate. They aren't courageous. They're cowards. They're rabid activists that hates everything that everybody I know and love died for. Getting driven around by a motorcade from your Capitol Hill office with your armed guards while you try to take our guns. You speak like you've sacrificed something, Jayapal. You haven't sacrificed anything, ever. So no, thank you for nothing. You represent nothing about America. You, Ilhan Omar, you represent a district that's being investigated for billions of dollars in fraud from a country that is nothing like America. And you came here by our good graces, by the way. So much so that you left your own country to rot and you came here. You're in a district that's recruited more terrorists than any other in the United States. And as she sits back in her chair, look at her. Look at that face, that smirk. She thinks she crushed that speech. Meanwhile, anybody who's ever given anything to something bigger than themselves is watching that, and they're ashamed that she ever got elected to Congress. So yeah, I'd love to go back to the country that people like Ilhan Omar escaped to. But she's so historically illiterate and ideologically blind that she has no idea how far her vision is from the reality that, quite frankly, I'd still be honored to fight and die for.
That's Carl. I believe he's a Navy SEAL or veteran of the Navy SEAL. Navy SEAL veteran. Sorry, former Navy SEAL, whatever you want to call it. My apologies. That is a powerful statement by that guy. Carl Higbee. Carl Higbee was his name, or is his name. Powerful, powerful statement there. 615-475-7864. Feel free to give me a call. You're welcome to chime in. Somebody said White Cat self-deported. White Cat self-deported. Had a lot of people join the channel as members today. If you join the channel as a member today, go to the community post page on the channel. Go to the community post page on the channel. Click on the link, get in the Discord server. I'm putting a link for chapter in here. I had Joe email me yesterday, save $1,400 by calling chapter. Line 2, go right ahead, line 2.
Hi, Ben. Daryl Ellis, Chief Ellis calling in again today. I've got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
With being retired military, and they took military, or rather Medicare, Medicaid out of my paycheck this whole time.
Whoa, I think we lost something there. It sounded like the signal got scrambled. Signal got scrambled there. Here we go. I don't know what happened there. Governor Pritzker probably not allowing that phone call to come out of there. Not allowing that to come out. Let me put this link here in the chat real quick. This is my good friend of mine named Jay. That's his coffee company. He is retired first sergeant, Green Beret, level 3 coffee. Let's go here. Line 2. Go right ahead, line 2.
Hey, Ben, Daryl calling back. With Medicaid being taken out of my military pay, my other pay, retirement pay, Social Security, rather. I
Yeah.
use military medical. I don't need Medicaid, Medicare, correct?
I don't know how that works, but I would give them, I would recommend this. Give Chapter a call and talk to these guys because these guys know I mean, my in-laws use them. My mother has used this. It's free. It'll take you 5 minutes to give you a call and they're going to save you some money. It's the phone number's on the screen right there. 332-867-1305. Give them a call. Chapter, they're going to have all the answers. And I'll tell you this, you speak to a real human. There's no press 1 for English. There's no any like press 5 for this. You speak to a real human and they are Americans.
Got it. All right, Ben. Thanks very much. I see the number now. I'm going to give it a call. Thank you.
Give them a call. Joe saved $1,100. Candace, well, Candy, she goes by Candy in the chat, saved $900. I've got a list here. Margaret, they even pay for her gym membership with the new program that she found out about through Medicare. There you go. There you go. Randy, thank you for your service as a long time. Who is that newsman? That was Carl Higbee. Carl Higbee. Great human. All right, I'm going to play this. I've got to play this. This is something I have been waiting on. This is amazing.
July 4th, 1776. The unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands.
If you have never heard the Declaration of Independence, this is the Declaration of Independence. What is going on right now? We are getting back to a level that caused our founding fathers and Thomas Jefferson to write this to a tyrannical king. Don Hawkins, thank you so much for the super chat, Don. $199. Thank you.
Dive. Dive, dive.
Thank you so much. Sound the alarm there, the diving alarm. Don, thank you so much. The old guard will not stand down. What our founding fathers and every patriot has suffered and lost, yes, we cannot give up. The founding fathers, a lot of them hated each other, but they came together. And this political division that is being, I think, created between conservatives, between Republicans, between MAGA, it's only making our enemy stronger. What is this? It is only making our enemy stronger. We're seeing this. This is becoming a battleground right here in our own country. Saudi Army thanks you, Ben. Keep pushing out the information. Republicans have been voting on, yeah. Guys, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you very much for tuning in today. I'm going to close this out with a powerful clip. I appreciate all of you.
I am the flag of the United States of America, and my name is Old Glory. I fly atop the world's tallest buildings. I stand watch in America's halls of justice. I fly majestically over great institutions of learning. I stand guard with the greatest military power in the world. Look up and see me. I stand for peace, truth, honor, and justice. I stand for freedom. I am confident. I am arrogant. I am proud. When I am flown with my fellow banners, my head is a little higher, my colors a little truer. I bow to no one. I am recognized all over the world. I am worshipped
Stick around to the end of this. I'll show you who flipped. I'll show you who flipped. I've got the evidence.
I am saluted. I am respected. I'm revered. I am loved and I am feared. I have fought in every battle of every war for more than 200 years. Gettysburg, Shiloh, Appomattox, San Juan Hill, the trenches of France, the Argonne Forest, Antioch, Rome, the beaches of Normandy, the jungles of Guam, Okinawa, Tara, Korea, Vietnam, the Persian Gulf, Afghanistan, and a score of other places long forgotten by all, except by those who were there with me. I was there. I led my sailors and Marines. I followed them. I watched over them. They loved me. I was on a small hill in Iwo Jima. I was battle-worn and tired, but my sailors and Marines cheered me. I was proud. I was at Ground Zero in New York City on September 11th as cowardly fanatics attacked America. I was raised from the ashes of once proud buildings by brave firefighters, heroes who risked their lives to save others, showing all that America, although bloodied, will never be beaten. Those who will destroy me cannot win, for I am the symbol of freedom, of one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I have been soiled, burned, torn, and trampled on the streets of my own country. And when it is done by those whom I have served with in battle, it hurts. But I shall overcome, for I am strong. I have slipped the surely bonds of earth, and from my vantage point on the moon, I stand watch over the uncharted new frontiers of space. I have been a silent witness of all of America's finest hours. But my finest hour comes when I am torn into strips and used as bandages for my wounded comrades on the field of battle. When I fly half-mast to honor my soldiers, my sailors, my airmen, and my Marines. And when I lie in the trembling arms of a grieving mother at the gravesite of her fallen son or daughter, I am proud. My name is Old Glory. Long may I wave, dear God, my God, long may I wave.
Narrated by Mac Ellis. I got a chance to meet Master Chief, retired United States Navy, Mac Ellis. I got a chance to meet him. Somebody, I put a poll in the chat. Are the Epstein files the way that Democrats split MAGA? 2/3 of us are split even on this. Now, I said at the beginning of the show that I believed someone has flipped. I believe someone has flipped. I don't know why. I don't care why, but I do believe that we are seeing an absolute flip by a major podcaster, a fellow veteran of the United States Navy. And I believe this is absolutely calculated. I believe it is intentional. I believe it is calculated. And I believe just by me showing you this, from my opinion, this doesn't benefit me. Okay. I expect a lot of people to unsubscribe as soon as I point this out. Sean Ryan, United States Navy SEAL, former Navy SEAL, SEAL contractor, Sean Ryan show. Sean Ryan this morning 5 hours ago, reposted a tweet where Steve Bannon calls for President Trump to arrest owners of companies that employ illegal aliens. Sean replies, when will arresting predators make the agenda? Okay, great comment. I agree. I want them to be arrested. I've never seen a group of people go to such lengths to protect predators. This is an account I muted. This was an account named Midas Touch, one of the largest Democrat YouTube channels on YouTube. Midas Touch posts this whole long article about why Trump is protecting predators. Sean Ryan says, I've never seen a group of people go to such lengths to protect predators. Maybe like a veiled shot at Sean Ryan or at Donald Trump. Sorry. It goes to the next one. The DOJ filed a motion to block the appointment. This is all Democrat narratives. Now, Sean Ryan recently had Gavin Newsom on his podcast, correct? We could all witness that. He had Hunter Biden on his podcast. Now he has a Democrat congressman named Ro Khanna on his podcast. He is reposting Thomas Massie posts. Okay? Sean says, look at our cities. San Francisco, LA, our cities are trashed. We have a fentanyl problem overseas, billions of dollars going overseas. I agree with him. Sean has admitted to being a part of this problem. One of Sean's employees. If we can't agree that the Epstein files are an awful stain on our nation, we need to be released right now. I agree, they should be. I agree that they should be. But coming in and driving a further wedge into these problems, in my opinion, does no good for a conservative movement or a movement that I would think is only going to incite division. There's a lot of people that have used the Epstein files to further divide us. Do I want these people brought to justice? Without a shadow of a doubt. I have yet to find any posts, tweets, retweets, anything from Sean or any other of these large channels calling out Joe Biden, Merrick Garland, Barack Obama. What was the guy? What was the Fast and Furious Attorney General? I forget that guy's name. I don't remember that. It's up to you to decide. A lot of people will probably unsubscribe and tell me go to hell just because I brought this up. But that's, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. If I see something that catches my eye, catches my interest, I'm gonna bring it up, Let's grab a couple more calls. Let me know what you think. Am I wrong? Eric Holder. Thank you very much. Eric Holder. Where is Marjorie Taylor Greene at on the court steps of Congress? She said she was going to read the names of the list. I haven't found any. I haven't seen Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massie, any of them say anything about that. I haven't. I'm just asking questions. Okay? Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Feel free to let me know what you think. Let me know your opinion. If you've already called in, I probably won't take your call again. Don't get upset. I won't get upset. That's true. That is very true. Very true statement. He admitted it online, admitted it. You're not wrong. I don't want to be right. I don't want to be right. Marjorie Taylor Greene, I appreciated Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let's go here. Line 1. Talk to me. Line 1.
Yeah, this is Lisa. How is the DOJ supposed to sentence all the predators? They can't do each and every one. We got to get the bad judges out that are letting the predators go.
Lisa, the judges are an obstacle that nobody wants to address. You nailed it. You nailed it.
I mean, just like, the judge out in New Mexico that had the immigrants working for him. I mean,
you're absolutely right.
But, it takes time to get all the bad judges out.
You're absolutely right.
This is what we need to do.
Lisa, thank you for calling. God bless you.
You're welcome.
Stay warm over there near Mountain Home. Prayers for biblical justice. I want some Old Testament justice. But it seems weird that Sean would go hard in an interview with the Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Doug Collins. Goes easy on Gavin Newsom. Goes easy on Hunter Biden. Platforms Ro Khanna. How soon does Sean bring on Marjorie Taylor Greene? How soon does he go on The View? I'm just asking questions. Just asking questions here, okay? Just asking questions. Let me know. 615-475-7864. Love to get your opinion, question, comment, concern. White Wolf, Lisa pointed out the elephant in the room. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You nailed it. Lisa? Yeah, he did some stuff with the CIA selling the booger sugar. Talk to me. Line 2.
Hi, this is Dave in Arizona. How are you doing?
Hello, Dave.
Just a couple of comments. This stuff with all of this that's going on, I believe that people as a human entity are so involved in their emotions that we all jump on whatever is emotionally most important to us, and they want us to argue that. They present everything on an emotion, not just Democrats, all politicians. They want to affect your emotions so you just become angry. You can't talk. You can't have a conversation. That's just my personal thing. It's like my emotion is more important than yours, and you're going to shut up and listen to me, and I'm not going to listen to you. When in reality, if we sit down, like you said, with the cat guy, we find out we've really got more in common with each other. It's just hard to get past that emotion.
You nailed it.
I
appreciate you. I appreciate you calling. Thank you so much. You're absolutely amazing.
Can I say one other thing?
Sure thing. Go right ahead.
You just crack me up when you put on your songs that you do that I can see clearly. I have to tell you, every time I see you do that, what runs through my brain, that my silly little brain is hearing you say is, I can see clearly now their brain is gone.
That's true.
I appreciate what you do.
Thank you for calling. God bless you. Somebody said Tucker vibes. Where does the chain of command begin, Ben? Chain of command begins at the president. That's what I think. That's what I think. Ben, you're holding the line, a true Trump supporter. Even when Biden was in office, I wanted America to succeed. I didn't like Joe Biden. I didn't like what he represented, but I wanted America to succeed. I don't care who is in the White House. I want them to succeed. I don't care who's there. Sadly, there are a lot of people, because his name is Donald Trump, that will never want him to succeed. They will never want J.D. Vance to succeed if he becomes president. They will never want anyone to succeed that has an R by their name. And that is becoming so damn clear right now. I served under Obama. I kept my mouth shut when I was in uniform. I didn't like him. I didn't like what he did to my Navy. I didn't like what he did to my country. I didn't like what he did to the military. I didn't like how he manipulated the American people. But I still wanted the son of a bitch to succeed. Because when the president fails, America fails. Lines are open. That's my theory. I don't care who's in office. Emotionally, I want my pick. But whoever it is, I'm going to support them. Even if I don't like them. But a Democrat can never say what I just said without batting an eye about President Trump. Tell me one Democrat that you've ever heard say, other than John Fetterman, that he wants Trump to succeed. Lines are open. Go for it.
Hello?
Yeah, go for it. Line 1.
Yes, I just wanted to call and let you guys know we're up here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and we've watched this guy's show off and on for a couple of years now, but he's being bleeped really bad. Really bad. Like, you can't hear half his show now. Just want to give you a heads up. There's a lawsuit. You guys need to go after YouTube. They're hacking everybody.
Appreciate you. Gotcha. I don't know who she's talking about. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Line 2, go right ahead.
Hey, can you hear me good?
Yes, sir. Hello, Dave.
Okay, great. Okay. No background noise. Okay, good. Yeah, about that Sean Ryan guy, man. I don't know. He seems like a spook. I don't think you're allowed to really get out of the gang. You know what I mean? But I'll watch his show just the same because I find it interesting.
Sure.
I don't trust the guy. But yeah. Hey, I wanted to comment on something you had mentioned. I think yesterday. And I'm new to your channel. This is Jesse from Kentucky.
Good morning, Jesse.
I think you'd mentioned maybe I've been listening to all your shows since about a week or so. But I think you had asked if you thought about concerned about or you posed a question about escalation, compared to Minneapolis and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say this much, man. I've lived next to the University of Kentucky for about 50 years. And I've worked there as a DJ, even on the radio station and stuff for a long time. I had to leave there because it got too commie. There's about all the professors there. This all starts in the schools. All the professors are crazy radicals.
Yeah.
But there's but the kids that are really affected by that, the nose ring girls and everybody, the purple hairs. There's such a small population, but it's who screams the loudest. And
Absolutely.
I'll also say that I've seen, I think the younger generation for rock. I can see students outside my window right now. They're kind of getting tired of this shit. They're actually kind of getting done with it. But if you ask some questions, if you ask a girl a question, she'll probably answer with a politically correct answer, even though she doesn't feel that way. You know what I mean?
I appreciate you calling. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks now. All right.
God bless you. I got some family up in Kentucky. I'm not going to play this clip. There's a lot of F-bombs. But he says here, listen up, everybody. The White House, when you make that kind of accusation, who are you accusing? Are you accusing the maid or are you accusing the president? Listen up, everybody. The White House is protecting that. What's your opinion? Dan Crenshaw, let me pose this question in the chat. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me stick my finger in it. Here we go. Let me put this question in the chat. Hold on right here. Would you like me to try and get Dan Crenshaw on an interview? I would be respectful. I would be respectful. Would you like me to get Dan Crenshaw on him for an interview? Former Navy SEAL. Y'all gonna learn to stop pissing me off? Yeah. I ain't pissed. You ain't. I'm not pissed. Whatever. All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Where was that at? Where was it at? There we go. Let's see here. Ben, I know you don't like to get linked on all that crap, but I wanted to send you this. It's free mangle. I don't know what this is. Let you know how it is. Try to do a live stream or get some video for you. Okay, yeah, try. Feel free. Feel free to send me whatever that is, but I appreciate you. There we go. Right there.
It was during the 50s that the United States Congress voted to add one nation under God with liberty and justice for all, because we are a God-fearing Christian nation. We are not going to let them take it out, Alex. We're not going to let them take it out. Very, very astute question. And she's a young person. See, we got young people who get it, who can connect the dots, who know what's going on. All right, the nice gentleman.
Lewis. One question was raised about how would we teach our young people, and I'm a former Marine, and I became aware that there are two verses, and we need to hear the second verse, which says, "Oh, thus be it ever, when free men shall stand between their loved homes and the war's desolation, blessed with victory and peace, may the heaven-rescued land praise the power that has made and preserved us a nation. Then conquer we must, when our cause it is just, and this be our motto: in God is our trust, and the star-spangled banner in triumph shall wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave."
Play ball. Play ball. If you're on Medicare and you're worried if you're on the right plan, give them a call. 332-867-1305. Give them a call. I'd love to let you know that they have helped a lot of people on my channel. A lot. Give them a call. This is the Ben Dyke Show. I'm out of here.